yelling out tears of exhaustion. Tears of exhaustion. Tears in my eyes. Oh man. Oh man. All right. Oh, my eyeball. Mine eyeball. I need an image right here. Image time, image time. All right, another image. Image 10. Yes. Yes. All right. That needs to be hidden. That one is going to be the thing. Hello, Vincent. Hello, Senita. Hello. Good morning, you two. How's it going? The world is on fire. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. This is okay. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right. Why is Discord being so weird? Okay, copy link. Copy link. Copy link. Oh, hello, Sass Muffin. Hello, Moontalon. Hi, Violet. Violet Cat. Hi, Piano Gears. Hello. Hello, Norca Carzon. Hello. Why are you being so weird? Why is Discord being so weird? Hi, Zivjen. Hello. Hello, my Chinese friend. Hello, hello, hello. 你今天怎么样? Hi, Fareeha. Hi, Fareeha. Hello, Fat Dragon. Hello. Hi, Cosmic. Hi, Goth Kesha. Hi, Goth Guy. Hello. What's up? Sapphic Tigress. How's it going? My computer died this morning. Let's just say I've had an awful last 24 hours. Oh, you and me both, sis. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello. Oh, there's a fire. There's a fire spanning the entirety of the world, mostly the US, but also the world. And I'm very worried about you American friends. Hello, hello, how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling today? Because I'm feeling really nervous. I'm following the news and I'm like checking the maps every single not every single minute, but like every 10 minutes, and it's just like, oh, it's so much. It's simply so much. What happens in the US will affect us all. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have so many people in the US that I care about, and so many things are put in jeopardy because of this asshat that cannot just okay. But good morning. Who do you want to win? Well, I would have loved Bernie Sanders. I'm gonna be completely transparent. I would have loved Bernie Sanders, but he resigned. He didn't want to fight anymore, which is understandable. We let him down. But I'm all for Biden at this point. Honestly, it's between a not our first choice, but like okay-ish questionable dude versus a mass murderer. So, you know, take what we can get. Okay, let me just set up a little bit. Set up a little bit. I can't find the thing. I can't find the thing. Open link. Yes, please. Please. For the life of me, I can't get this thing to save. Also, we need to play this little game. It's apparently a very charming game, but it's this little game called Vape Escape. And you are a gorilla that does weed, and it gives you superpowers, and yes. Yes. Someday. One day. One of these days, we shall do the thing. It'll be very, very nice. Yes, yes, yes. When I tell you I did not sleep, oh my gosh,
2 years.
My girlfriend fell asleep at like 4 a.m. Oh, she had a rough night. Oh my goodness. I'm new to your world. Your name means joyful in my language. Oh yes, Fareeha means like happy or joy and things like that. I love that. That's great. I'm glad it's my name. Oh, how are you feeling, Cosmic? How was Club Penguin last night? Not pro-Biden, but anti-Trump? I agree with some of the stuff Biden says, but like, you know, he's not perfect. Just, I guess, you know, it's just not optimal. It's really not optimal. I gave up and went to bed. I'm glad you got some sleep in. Oh, man. I tried to find joy in things I loved that it says as a child. I'm glad you did. How was your experience with it? I slept for 45 minutes. Everything is fine. Why do you ask? A whole 45 minutes. Wow. Damn. Oh, but I hope you get some better sleep tonight. Oh my gosh. The results are looking a lot better today. Now that we're kind of waiting for the mail-in votes to settle down a lot and everything. Yes. Seeing the rise of fascism worldwide should not worry all, but less. Yes, as you said, let's decompress. Yes. We may stress, and then we decompress, and then it is all good. I remember the reason I loved it was because my 10-year-old friends were playing it with me. I'll play Club Penguin with you. I'll play Club Penguin with you any day. I'll Penguin 2 brace with you, and yeah. It'll just be 20-year-old friends. Easy. It's all good. Oh, I didn't sleep well last night at all. I've had a 12-hour overnight shift too. Oh my goodness, really. I'm not only stressing about politics, I'm stressing about homework. Politics is a tough one. With homework, you got this. If there's something you can do about your homework right now, then there's nothing to worry about. And if there's nothing you can do about your homework right now, then there's nothing to worry about. Win-win. But yeah, do your homework. You got this, Ambient Bloom. Haven't had a good night's sleep in like 15 years, so there's that. Oh, Moon Talent. Moon Talent. Oh. Fun facts? Yeah, sure, hit us with some fun facts, Piano Keys. Let's go. Sleep deprivation can represent. Oh, yes. I got my 8 hours. I don't belong here. I was playing Pokemon all day yesterday, shining hunting to distract myself from the election. I found my target right before election results came in, and I've been really lost at stuff to do and distract myself ever since then. I think we have to. Fun fact, you're cool. Fun fact, you're cool. Oh my gosh, we have to be patient and wait for the mail-in votes to count and everything. Have you seen the news? Have you seen the news about Florida and Georgia and how supposedly those states are already counted, except Florida is still missing like 27% of all of its votes. All of those were mail-in votes. 27%, over a quarter of all of the votes in Florida. There's some deep voter suppression going on there. It's like they chalked it up to the USPS losing ballots and then the head of the USPS refusing to go look for them, even with like judge orders from the Supreme Court. And then on top of all of that, right, a majority of those voters are Black Americans. They're Black voters, right, who have apparently not paid a poll fee. 27%. And it's going on in Georgia as well. And it's going on in who knows what other states, right? My friend Icky told me earlier that she had friends who had to go and like re-verify their votes, right? Because something was wrong with their votes. And they were able to get their votes to count, but I can't imagine the number of people who put in their votes early, right? Way earlier on last month, and they just don't know. They just don't know that their vote wasn't accounted for. That's insane to me. I thought you lived in Canada. I do, but this is a very, very important issue to me. I feel like this hits so close to home because not only do I have so many people and things that I care about in the US, also, right, whatever politics go on in the US, it bleeds up to Canada. It bleeds up to Canada. We take on the good things and the bad things from the US, and it's questionable. It's questionable. It's not good. It's no bueno. I believe it comes from old Jim Crow laws that are designed to suppress black Americans in the South. Really? Those Jim Crow laws are still there? Goodness, what? Yeah, and the really, really scary thing is, right? Just watching the lives, watching the rights of all these people I care about, all these people, all these things I stand for, be put in jeopardy because of us, just a psychopath in the White House. It's nuts to think about. Usually I try to stay not neutral on stream, but I try to not be so outspoken and like rude when I speak about the big Cheeto, but man, it's hard not to. Can we please get your PM? Trudeau's not perfect either, man. Trudeau's not perfect either, but he's definitely better. He's leagues better. They technically don't exist, but they've been replaced in another way. Honestly, I'm terrified of Roe versus Wade now that they have anti-abortion person. Man. And it's even scarier with the death of the Supreme Court judge, right? Oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, rest in peace. May she rest in peace. Not worried about Biden losing, but worried about Trump pulling some stuff to steal the election. You know what's also scary? It's that the Senate and the House are looking to be very, very, very red. And so that's also a scary thought, because even with Biden as the president, right? All of the power still rests underneath him. Yeah. Finally got my entire family to vote for Democrat. Yes. Oh. That's an amazing feeling. That's an incredible feeling. Gosh, you know what else that kind of scares me is when I guess like women and people of color and people who are gay, right, side with Trump, side with that. Because think about it, right? Trump stands against people of color. He stands against trans people. He stands against gay people, right? He stands against women having rights to their bodies, to their everything, right? And it's like these people who belong in those categories being Trump fans, it's like, he stands against these things, right? He stands against you. You are a woman. You that is you. You is the woman. Yeah, I am debating ending it if Trump is re-elected and trans, black, and gay, so I'm just going to have no rights. Onyx absorbed. That must be in a really tough position to be in. I'm really scared for you. I hope you stay safe, though, Onyx. I hope you stay safe. Because there is a place in the world for you, even though people higher up say that there isn't. Don't believe them. You're worth it. Doesn't both stand against people of color? Well, one side is decidedly more progressive than the other, I feel. At least I feel, right? On the positive, we elected our first trans state senator. Oh, yes, we have our first trans state senator with Sarah McBride, right? And then we have our first ever LGBT, our openly gay senator in, I think it was Georgia. And then we have our first just non-binary person in Oklahoma, I think it was. Yeah, a lot of big wins as well. Yeah. I seen a video of a WLW couple be like gays for Trump, and I was like, man, that's a scary thought. That's a scary thought. Fun fact, he produced 500 milliliters of spit a day. What in the world? What in the world? We voted in a black lesbian. Yes! That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, incredible. I don't think the Jim Crow laws are still there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were abolished. But definitely the effects of them are still there, for sure. For sure. It's really, it's tough to think about the fact that slavery was just a little while ago, just a little while ago. It wasn't like way back when. It's like, you know, if we go down just a couple generations back, there it was. It's still a thing in some places, but like, oh my God, it's not gone. The effects of it are still there. They're still there. Biden will win. House is fine. Senate's not looking great, so that means the worst case scenario other than Trump winning without the Senate, the SCOTUS can't be fixed. Biden's doing great by any means. The deal at least was stopped so the pull to the right. You know, like I feel especially scared thinking about how much more could happen to really hurt the people in the US right now, right? Because it takes a certain amount of privilege, it takes a certain amount of safety to be able to look at all the things that are happening in the States right now and go, you know what, nothing's happening. Because yesterday I really dove into Twitter. Man, I really dove into Twitter. I regret that I dove into Twitter because, oh my God, Twitter sucks. But not that Twitter sucks. Most people on Twitter are pretty cool. Most people in my bubble, they're awesome. But oh my goodness, the people who showed themselves on my tweets, oh my goodness. I had a person tell me that the killing of black people never happened. I had a person tell me that stating that Trump is responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands was toxic of me to say. Yeah. There were people who were telling me that I should just show a little more positivity and encourage others to love thy neighbor. And I was just like, what? Oh yeah, so like imagine this, right? My neighbor wants to take away the rights of me and my fellow human beings, and they have a gun to our heads, and we're supposed to just sit on the floor and offer them apple pie? Like, what? Fareeha, it's very toxic of you to call out racist, SMH. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna love my neighbor if they're a fascist. Good gosh, yeah. Yeah. We're purposefully shown pictures in black and white. They're colorized photos of the civil rights photos. Civil rights movement. Yes, exactly. Exactly. You burn that guy on Twitter into the ground. I try my best. I avoided all social media yesterday. I couldn't help myself. Man, I couldn't help myself. I got into it. I was so close to telling somebody to, I'm gonna stop there. This Twitch. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, good morning, Cat Carrot. Hello. How are you? The beauty of hypocrites Christians. I should know. I was in Catholic school over a decade. Wow. I was in church for a long time as well. Did a lot of just summer school, Bible camps, Bible studies, all of those things, and it taught me a lot. I wouldn't consider myself religious anymore, but oh my goodness, like sometimes I feel like people used religion to serve their own purposes and used religion as kind of almost a scapegoat or as an easy way out, right? Because everybody gets these feelings of fear and feelings of anxiety, right? Even though they might not realize it. And sometimes that fear and anxiety and just like fear of the unknown manifests itself in hate, right? And then they direct that hate towards certain groups of people. And they try to rationalize it by saying that, oh, the Bible told me so. Oh, Jesus told me so. And it's like, no, it didn't. What? No, it didn't. When in the Bible was gayness ever denounced? Like when When was that ever an issue? When was it mentioned in the Bible that people of color are just simply lesser than people that are white? Do you forget where the entire story of the Bible took place in? Do you forget? Do you think people of Israel are like white, like the sandy beaches of, I don't know, Miami? Like, what are you on about? Gosh, been doing that since the Crusades. Yeah, exactly. Not the biggest fan of Trudeau, but I pray he stays in longer to avoid any semblance or opportunity of fascism. And yep, I agree. Yes. I've avoided looking at the maps until the end because I'm worried of getting my hopes up or making my anxiety worse. We have to remember deeply, right? We have to remember deeply that the election is not over until all the ballots are counted, and I believe somewhere around the number of 67% of all votes were early votes. Now, over half of those were mail-in ballots. So, gotta wait for all of those to count. So, we stay hopeful. We stay hopeful. Jesus actually tackles racism in stories like the Good Samaritan and the woman at the well. It was an issue then as well, really. Huh? Oh, right, yes, the Good Samaritan, right, yes. Okay, yep. I remember what you mean. Mm-hmm. Yes. When people say the Bible, they just mean parts of Leviticus. I don't remember. Oh. What does happen if wait. What does happen if neither candidate gets 270? I think it'll happen. We'll see. 100% love thy neighbor as thyself, as long as they look like me and do what I want them to and don't talk back. Oof. My sister had a map up of the state's votes coming in, and I had to physically hold up a barrier so I could not look at it, causing me to have anxiety attacks. Oh gosh, this entire election is giving me a stroke. I hope you all just take good care of yourselves. It's just that we just gotta survive this. And I think we can. I believe in us. Your tweet this morning about losing followers was soothing. I aim to please. I have no idea how it's this close after everything that's happened in the US in the last few years. I feel like somehow, I simply don't understand how some people are real. And here's the thing, right? I'm looking at these people that are popping up all over this year, and I'm just like, man, how do you exist? How have you survived? How have you and your completely just twisted way of viewing the world, how has that allowed you to survive up until this point? I don't know, man. Karen Simulator, but real life? Truly. We stopped shaming the town idiots. The town idiots have started shaming us. They're the ones in power now. If neither candidate attains the 270 in the Electoral College, House of Representatives chooses the next president. I see. Gosh. What a scary thought, y'all. What a scary thought. And I wanted to start this stream with really good energy, but I feel like it was really important to just talk a little bit about this stuff. It's scary. It's scary, truly. Good morning, Mistakes Made. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's sad about how racism, sexism, and white supremacy still does not turn away people from voting? You know what it is? I feel like it is a ton of privilege showing through, but it is a ton of wanting to self-preserve, right? I feel like not only do people use Trump to embrace hatred, like you say, I feel like a lot of it is like, I don't know, it's similar to how, okay, so whenever I see on Twitter, right, whenever I see these, like, for instance, just throw an example out there, like a black woman who is very, very, very pro-Trump, right? Very pro-Trump. Clearly, with all of the things happening this year and all of the ways that, you know, the White House, like, just like leadership in the country has dealt with the issues of this year, clearly, right? You're probably, as a black woman, not in Trump's best interests to protect, right? That wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say. But they root for him anyway as a method of self-preservation. And then I guess like with the white people out there, right? White, cis, straight people, they don't see themselves as in danger. They see Trump as just an echo chamber for them to be able to speak their minds and their just like horrible prejudices out into the open. And they're just completely turning a blind eye to all of the crimes he's committed. And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I truly cannot understand how some people think that equality, both for women and non-white races, will be putting them down rather than helping other people up. It is, I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like they are so deeply entrenched in their own privilege that they see any other change to that as an attack to themselves, right? I feel like that's what it is. Picture the giving tree, right? The giving tree is bent a little bit to the left, right? And it's bent towards the left a little bit. So the people on the left, so white people in this case, just have easier access to those resources. They have easier access to fruit, good things, to opportunities, to success, to protection, right? And so if you look at the other side, the right side, people have to reach so much further. They have to jump so much more, have to try so much harder to just attain the same thing that they get on the other side. Except when you try to go into it and you try to say, hey, let's give the people on this side, right, the struggling side, some ladders, right? Change up the system so that they have better access, so that the means to attain the things that they need to attain is more equal. Then the people on the more, privileged side, they go, well, why not give us ladders? This is an attack. This is an attack on my own freedom. Fuck those people, right? It makes my brain hurt. It's genuinely. I didn't know you turned guess that anime into a full series. I did. We have graphics and everything. We have some graphics prepared. It's great. All courtesy of Zenita. It's very, very wonderful. Ladder metaphor is actually very accurate. Yes, and so you can look at this. You can look at this tilted tree, and you can say, okay, well, what if we made it so that we tilt the tree up the other way so that it's just like evenly spaced on both sides. But that's still not good enough. That's still not good enough because one side is still better fed than the other. One side still has that privilege underlying everything, and the side that's been struggling is still recovering from all of that. So the only thing you can do in that situation is bring in the ladders so that you give that struggling side the support it needs to thrive in the same manner, in the same way. But then when you suggest that to some people, they just see that as a complete and utter take on, I don't know, they see it as an attack. They see it as an attack. They see it as taking resources that they should have gotten, and they feel all the lesser for it. Oh, man. When people on the disadvantaged side of the giving tree ask for ladders, the people on the advantaged side don't ask for ladders too. They demand that nobody have ladders and are willing to give up the opportunity for ladders just so... Exactly. Yes. Precisely. right? It's like 0 cents to me that marginalized people vote for him. It's like seeing cows that are being pro-slaughterhouse. Precisely, yes! Yes, that's how I feel. I know people voting for Trump purely because he's Republican and cannot see themselves voting Dem, and they're like, what rights are you losing for voting for him? It's like, man, when Biden wins, oh my God. When Biden wins, these Trump supporters are gonna freaking get it. You know where they're gonna get? You know where they get it? You know what they're gonna get? They're gonna get better access to healthcare. They're gonna get better future, a better future and environment for their kids and their grandkids. You know what else they're gonna get? They're gonna get a safer place, a safer country, a safer place to call home. Man, they're really gonna get it. And they justify their ban on ladders by falsely claiming the disadvantaged side people will use them to cross the tree and clear off the... Right? Exactly. Because that's what they would do with that. Exactly. Assuming the worst intent. Precisely. I think a better metaphor is a race where the disadvantaged are held back at the start and have to jump over hurdles where the advantaged don't. They need the ability to catch up. Yeah, man. Yeah, just want to forget for a while. Oh, there's not a lot of forgetting to be done. I mean, it's just current world events. But we'll be playing some Guess the Anime and some Genshin later. We're gonna be having some fun. Trying to. But I think it's also very important to talk about these things because it just helps all of us cope a little bit better. You know what it's also like? You know what it's also like in light of all of the things that Trump has done to trans people, to black people, to okay, here's an example, right? Here's another bit of imagery. It's like somebody, right? Somebody, as a result of his presidency, has his arm just chopped off. Arm is bleeding. This man's in pain. He's bleeding out. He's gonna die, right? He's gonna die. He doesn't even have the energy to scream out for help. Okay? If someone else walks by perfectly healthy, goes, "What about my arm?" That's what the state of American politics feels like right now. That's what it feels like. And it makes me want to yell my face off because it's just so unfair. It's so unfair. Compromise is how you eke out incremental wins for a more stable position. Yeah, I feel like a lot of long-term politics are just waiting out the people who aren't progressive and just waiting for them to be claimed by old age or something like that. Yeah. I feel like people should get a mental assessment done in order to qualify to vote because sometimes these people don't think rationally. Well, I mean, it's shown that the states that are the most red are the least educated states. Yeah, it's shown. It's like an actual statistic. Not learning how to read to own those damn libs. Yeah, really showing us. Oh. Florida, lol. Florida hasn't had a quarter of their votes counted. Florida has a quarter of their votes suppressed right now. So we don't even know. Gonna run from prime minister, and when I win, I will absorb the West and East Coast USA into Canada. Just absorb them so that just Canada will look like pants. We'll have the shirt, we'll have the pants, and just the middle of it, just like a giant dick. People, you had a hell of a job or lived in the world within the last decade, then you don't need to keep a position in government with any power. And if you get educated, you fly away from those states. You would just fly away. Yes. Sorry, Fareeha, I've watched you for a long time, but your chat is one of the most toxic left-wing bigots I've ever seen. Ha! Bigots? Bigots? I'm sorry, what are we discriminating against? What are we discriminating against? If you would care to educate me on that. Yes? Mm-hmm. Please allow me to know. Oh my goodness, we're very open to having discussion. What are we discriminating against? A little music can calm the mood. We'll get the music going shortly.
My left-wing bigot bits.
Oh, thank you, 13th Sin. Thank you, 13th Sin. They're a long-time sub. They've been subbed for less than a month. Oh, man. We can be toxic if you please. I love how us on the left, we're just sipping tea. We're just trying to like mellow out our own anxiety and trying to get by and just being nice to each other, and someone comes in and you're like, oh, you're the most toxic left-wing fucking bigots I've ever fucking seen. Y'all are fucking disgusting. Fuck y'all. And I'm just like, okay. All right there, snowflake. Oh, goodness. The left-wing bigot. Everyone's being so freaking chill. Everyone's being so incredibly chill. And I love that the people who have those mentalities, I love that people like that. My goodness, they don't even give a chance for conversation, for discussion. They're just that close-minded because they're not used to their brain holding anything. Discrimination is discrimination against discrimination. I cannot believe you had so many followers who support Trump, though, honestly. You're watching a mixed, mostly Chinese woman who is gay, who has a name that is Fareeha, who has an Arabic name, all right? Do you think that do you think that something doesn't quite add up there? What? Oh my gosh. Also, I loved your energy. I'm sorry I'm not here enough. Don't be sorry at all. Don't be sorry at all. But hello. Feels like there's a damn blizzard in here. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I literally said this morning, like, I just said the words Trump bot, and people got their pitchforks out. They're like, Fareeha, how dare you? How dare you insinuate that our supreme leader, the Lord Trump, has done a single bad thing in his life? And I'm just like, I'm glad you're out of here. It's like letting go of a good morning poop. You know, you feel 10 pounds lighter. It's fantastic. Yeah, Trump wanted to call it last night. He literally said that, hey, let's stop all voting. Let's just stop it all. Let's stop it out. Let's not count anything more. We've already won this. Gosh. Someone come to kill me to get me out of this nightmare. No, Chilly Winters. Come up to Canada. Come up with us. You are all the diversity of Alabama in one person. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Why does left-wing bigots actually sound catchy? I don't know, man. I'm gonna rename this Discord. Let's go. Let's go. Fareeha's Feral Skies, no more. Left wing bigots. Here we go. We got it. Unsaved changes? What do you mean unsaved changes? Oh, there we go. There we go. Done. Done. And oh, the thing is already, it's already a rainbow. Okay, excellent. This is great. It's fantastic. Oh, goodness. The Senate is so close. I'm so worried. I'm so worried about it. My Canadian friends have decided to adopt me and whisk me away. If they can't, they'll kidnap me. Unfortunately, I can develop Stockholm Syndrome real quick. Oh, I love that for you. I love that for you. Oh, my goodness. That man is probably proud as hell. No, we don't care about him. We threw that whole man out. It's all good. It is all good. I mean, as left-wing bigots get shit done. Yeah, we get shit done. Like, you know, making sure that everybody has equal rights and that everybody has awful things like safety. Yeah, man, we're the worst. I wish the U.S. had an approval rating voting system so you could vote for other candidates, Bernie's, for example, while not hurting the left's chances of beating out Trump. I agree. There's a video that I watched a little bit earlier that was kind of all about how the voting systems work just across the world, and it kind of goes and explains how the American voting system, if you have two sides, it squishes out the middle party. It squishes out...
The election is slimmer than me when I stopped eating from anxiety and am making a huge emotional decision to date or myself. Send help.
Omni, DM me. Thank you so much for the 24 years of support. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Also, let's talk. I'm worried about you. I'm really afraid. Well, I'm fine, by the way. Don't worry. Okay. Man, I'm so worried. I'm so worried for all of y'all. I mean, did you hear that Florida still has like more than a quarter of all their ballots uncounted and unaccounted for because they're just lost to the system? They're just not able to be found? I don't know, man. It's kind of how primaries work, where you select the primary candidate for the party. Yeah. Left-wing bigots, we get the job done. Hamilton, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Alexander Hamilton said that. Sure. And, you know, over the past couple of days, I've been learning a lot about American politics and a lot about just how messed up things are and how much things need to change and just how much we should be afraid about. My friend's Latino family submitted their mail-in votes the day before the election, so they are 100% not going to get counted. That's awful to think about, man. I heard that like the last day for mail-in votes to be counted was well over a week ago. And I don't know if there was anything officially announcing such a thing. PA has a bunch uncounted right now too, apparently. Georgia as well, yes. Yes. I'll trade you Biden for Jagmeet Singh. I'll trade you AOC for Trudeau. Maybe? In Florida, it was the day before, as long as you drop them off. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think about how many people are in the world and how many people are Trump voters or even just, I don't know, Trump supporters from 2016 who have not necessarily seen the light, but have just realized how much of a massive mistake that was. And I just hope that the same will happen here. I hope. It's scary to think about just how many places in the world as well echo the same sentiments that Trump agrees with, right? Just thinking about how many Eastern Europeans and how many How many people in like third world countries really, really, really do believe in his messages? Right? Oh, and I thought UK politics were messed up. UK politics are there like your own kind of messed up. Oh my gosh. I have a couple of UK friends and oh, I heard a lot about that stuff. I'll have 10 OCs for my country, please. Oh, goodness. When are they going to announce the winner? It is uncertain. It is uncertain. The date and time is kind of up in the air. It's really just about counting those mail-in ballots. And places are saying that's going to take as long as Friday. So we should expect something by November the 6th or the 7th. Different states have different mail-by and arrive-by rules. And as it stands, there are hundreds and thousands of ballots in the post office lost, so they could not be delivered in time. So they violated a court order last week to look for it. Yeah. How is Trudeau, by the way? I thought he was amazing. He got so much praise. Trudeau has his good parts, but he also has really questionable moments. He has questionable moments. Like the way that he's treated Native Canadians, right? The Aboriginals have not been treated well under his care, and he made promises to communicate with them better and to, you know, include them on discussions about how their land and how their like treaties are handled. Except he doesn't. He just like went in there for the oil pipelines and didn't give a flying frick about any of their, you know, any of their spiritual guidelines or any of their, I don't know, traditions. He didn't consult with a single person. And that's truly sad to think about. Yeah. If Nevada, Wisconsin, and Michigan get called for blue, it seems very likely at this point we may have a winner before the end of the day. We'll see. We'll see. If this is messed up politics, do not visit sub-Sahara African countries in election periods. What are those places like, Mutsama? What are those places like? So many countries treat natives, Aboriginal people like crap. It's infuriating. We, think about it, right? Europeans came to North America. They discovered this land that had already been discovered, and the people who were here first came up and offered peace. They offered peace, they offered gifts, they offered hospitality, they offered understanding and a chance to these new people that they were meeting. And the Europeans, they brought disease, they brought rape, they brought they brought everything. They brought everything. They brought the plague. Yeah. Oh man. I feel like I'm not going to be able to breathe until Trump is out of office. There's no way he'll accept the results without trying to set the country on fire first. It is scary, right? It is scary. Can I ask something? I'm curious about this. How much power exactly does Trump hold in his hands? Like if you were to say, right? How much power do you think he holds in order to influence stuff? Also, Alexa, studio lights on. Noise. Lighting is poop. Poop. Okay. All right, that's a little better. Alexa? Alexa? Hey, Alexa? Alexa? Studio lights on. Okay. Took a while. It took a while, but we're here now. Alrighty. Alrighty. Cool. Nice. Fareeha, it's technically unknown because there are a lot of secret powers that he can use in the event of an emergency like a global pandemic or something. But overall, he thinks he has more power than he actually does in over normal circumstances. I see. Trump has the power to send National Guard to hold the rest of the mail-in votes so they can't be counted and he wins. Oh, damn. Oh, damn! He has a good amount of power, but not as much as the Supreme Court. I see, I see, I see. Does he have access to nuclear weapons and the like? Does he have access to that stuff? Please say no. Please say no. Please, please, please say no. Oh. He does. Yes, but he's not that stupid. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? The man is literally $500 million in debt. He's had 74 years to pay back that debt. It's on Wall Street. He's had so much time. I need some hope. I don't think he can find the button, so that's good for us. Wait, that's an innuendo. Wait a second. Well, who's ready for Fallout 4 live action? Ready at your doorstep. Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Hi again, y'all. Did I miss much? You missed somebody denouncing the entire chat and I as bigoted leftists and saying that we are very toxic and awful, and they're gone now. But that's all you missed. That's really all. We changed our Discord name, yeah. He kind of does have access to nuclear weapons. He's commander-in-chief, which is technically the leader of the U.S. military. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, they are still here. Oh, you're still here, huh? Are they still here? Never mind? Oh, good, good. I was going to chase them out with a little bit of bullying. With a bit of bigoted leftist bullying. Oh, goodness. He needs to spell nuclear to use them, I heard. Okay, yeah, we're safe, we're safe. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know, the, I think it was the UN or some kind of Peace Corps out there. Peace Corps. I believe there was a study and a roundtable discussion about how nuclear weapons and the handling of them should be, you know, should be handled. The handling should be handled. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The most important thing to come out of that, the most eye-opening thing to come out of that was the idea that in order for someone to fire a nuclear weapon, they would have to kill another person in order to launch the weapon, launch the missile that would kill many, many more. And I feel like that would be a massive reality check. It would be a massive, you know, are you sure kind of button? Because if you stored such information, such like codes within microchips within another human, right? Then that would just make it a lot tougher. But then, like, how would you decide on who that human would be? Like that's scary, dude. That's really, really scary. You just, like, make sure you give it to someone with, like, a black belt in all of the martial arts. You know, like which martial art? Karate? Kung Fu? All of them. All of them. All of them. All of them. Does anyone know if Trump's Supreme Court nominee is getting in? It's already kind of bad with how they have it stacked so far. We're waiting for back times for the majority there making decisions. Yeah, yeah. Those who pass the sentence must deal with it. Oh boy. Oh, she's in? What gives Trump the right to decide on that? I feel like that's kind of awful. That's kind of awful for he nominated? He didn't McConnell. Oh, Mitch the bitch. Oh boy. Our system is totally broken. Oh man, the Senate did. How often can you nominate a new one? How often can you nominate a new one? It's not until they pass away or anything. What? I was just joking. I was just joking. I was just joking. What? Let me get this right. Let me get this right. Whoever is in power gets to decide the person who gets to be in power for the rest of their lives and gets to make important decisions about the laws and regulations of an entire country, and they don't get replaced until they die. Man, if someone invents time travel, if someone finds the mystery van, if someone finds a deep blue TARDIS, if somebody finds a cool car that goes back to the future, back to the past, then we're saved. Then we're saved. Just gotta count on that. We just have to figure out time travel and we'll all be okay. Technically he has the power to nominate, but the Senate, yeah, but like it's still the people in power, right? So it's just like they refused to do it for 8 months in 2016 because they thought a new president should be able to nominate. They pushed Amy Coney Barrett in 10 days before the election. And how long do senators get to stay in? Senators are also 4 years? 4 years. 4 years. That's why there is an argument to expand the Supreme Court since it's very Republican. And that's why there was such an outlash when they're, not outlash, but just like outcry of pain when Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away. Oh boy. Oh boy. Supreme Court justices are stacked AF for conservatives right now. 6-3. 6-3. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, it's like I've never been this involved in an election because me and I'm sure so many others were so certain that, you know, this clown would not be able to win. This clown was just in as a joke, you know, like Donald Trump in 2016 was like the Kanye of all the candidates, right? We were just ready. We were ready for the first woman president. It was gonna be amazing. And then this happened. And then now, right now in this year especially, it feels like politics are less of the purpose of an election and it's more about human rights at this stage. It's more about human rights and preserving the progress that's been made in the past few decades. Because we've come so far, and I've talked to people about this, and people are saying that, you know, like once Obama was elected, we thought that things were just on the up and up, right? Obama, and then, you know, perhaps Hillary, we're going in the right direction, right? Going in the direction of progression. But then, not enough, not quite enough, because this year, these past 4 years have just shown the capacity for hatred, the capacity for just how much people can rely on their own instincts of fear and own instincts of preservation and things like that to dictate how they treat other human beings. Yeah. Thank you, Cosmic. Thank you, Cosmic. I know more about the U.S. government and judicial branch than of my own country. I truly don't know much about Canadian politics. Genuinely don't. That's at a party. Party with control of both houses of Congress and the presidency can add position for new judges and justices. It's generally considered bad form, but SCOTUS originally had 5 and now it's 9. Knights of the Round Table. Yes. Judges and justices of the Round Table. Of the ovalar, probably shaped table. Ovalar shape. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. The right has shown their capacity to play fast and loose with the rules. They're loose with a lot of things. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They have the loosest assholes in the West. That's why there's just bullshit everywhere. Can I ask, what is Congress? Is it your National Assembly? I'm not the person to ask, but if anyone in chat wants to tackle that, go right ahead. Go right ahead. Because our government is poorly designed in modern times and haven't changed in literally 250 years or so. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fareeha, no hetero, can I marry you for Canadian citizenship? Bids for a marriage visa right now are starting at $69. Go nuts. Go nuts. We must uphold the Constitution from 300 years ago. God forbid we update it for modern times. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Don't tempt me. 420. Oh my goodness. 420. We have Shy Penguin for 420. 421. 421. Anybody? 421. Yes, Cosmic, that is a little bit too late. 421. Anybody? Well, we have to keep our dumb systems because white slave owners didn't know California would exist. Oh boy, mine's better. Okay, honestly, yours is better. If I was an auctioneer and I saw that number over 420, I'll take it. Congress is the body that makes the laws, and the president is the one who approves of them. Congress is made of two houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate. Interesting, Orbital Rose. How many people can a person legally adopt? And how many persons may a person legally adopt from another country? What is the maximum age of a person that you can adopt? Would you be willing to be our emotional support Canadian? Absolutely. I'm here for you. We can yell into the void together. Yes. 18? 18, the limit is 18. Really? There is no limit? Well, in that case, you're all 17 years old and 330 days, right? Yes? 364 days? Yes, all of you. Well, we'll come right in. They're currently trying to stop gay people from adopting again. Yes, they're trying to pass a law that makes it so that just orphanages and shelters like so can shelters. Shelters is not the word. What word am I looking for? Just orphanages are allowed to discriminate against gay couples. Yeah. I think you can adopt an adult. Foster homes. Yes. The more I think about this, the sadder I feel. Man, I'm sad to think about it, but it's been the reality of the world. The world is full of hatred. Hatred is born from laziness and fear, and I don't know, it just lights a fire under my ass because I'm just thinking, like, if I work hard and I get the success that I'm so hungry for, then I can help so many people. I can make a difference, and I'm going to. To expand on it, the House is a representative of the population of each state, and the Senate has 2 senators from each state to ensure that there is no tyranny of the majority. Understood. I see. Trying to make it so that healthcare professionals can deny healthcare to the LGBTQ community. That too, really. I didn't know about that part. I did not know about that part at all. The biggest loser from the elections is the poll. They always get it so wrong. A lot of adoption agencies are controlled by right-wing churches, especially in the U.S. South. Uh-oh. Texas passed a law stating that social workers can deny LGBT and disabled people. So you're a person who is paralyzed from the waist down. You are gay, and you are ostracized from your family for it, and you roll yourself into your first therapy session, and your therapist takes one look at you and they're like, I don't think therapy's for you. They get to decide that? I hear I'm a left-wing bigot now. Yeah. 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 Yeah, precisely. Precisely. That's what's going on. Well, I'm not surprised to hear that. It is a sad thought. My state is unfortunately leaning right. Happy to say my country at least seems to be going blue. Oh, your county. Your county. It's really reassuring to zoom in on the different states, right? Even the ones that are leaning more towards the red. And you look at places like Georgia, and you look at all of the bigger cities where most of the people are, and you can see very clearly that people in Atlanta, in those cities, are leaning blue, are very much so leaning blue, for sure. Oh, boy. My wife and I want to adopt. We're going to have to move to a more liberal state to do it. We can just barely get by in Texas. Kipani, that must be so difficult. I have a couple friends who live in Texas, and we have monthly rant sessions to each other, and they constantly tell me about how much they hate Texas. Oh, I feel for you. I hope if you do move, I hope that everything moves smoothly, and I hope that you're able to settle in well. For the most part, majority of places with major cities are blue, especially with big university and such. Like, not to generalize, but I feel like the more people are educated, the more people are open to learning about the state of the world and learning about the human condition and about the suffering of not only their own people, but of other people that they can't quite relate to, then the better off we'll all be. The people who lean the most to the right are always in the most uneducated states. Isn't that nuts to think about? Right? If you like literally just right now go and do a Google search for the most illiterate, the most uneducated states in the US, guess what you'll find? All the red states. All of them. Biden has almost won 70 million votes so far. Oh, he's at 69. Nice. Which is more than any other candidate in U.S. history. But because we have the stupid electoral college and other gerrymandering bull crap, Trump still has a chance to win. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's a reason the South tends red. It's not because of education. Oh yeah, the South. I didn't mean the South. I mean like more so the very center of the states. I feel like is very, 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 I don't know, very prone to that. There is so much voter suppression going on in the South right now. It is so sad. It is so sad how, I don't know, it's not even the postal system. It's just, I don't even know who's doing it at this point. But someone out there is controlling the mail-in ballots, and they're controlling the votes of black voters, and they're just silencing them completely. It's nuts. It's nuts. The thing about talking how bad the South is good and fun, but you gotta remember there's a very high minority population down here, and there are lots of Southern queer people too. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Yeah, you're right about that completely. I can only think about how hard it is for the people in those red states to be fighting for what they believe in and trying to live lives true to themselves, right? But they're just drowned out by like a sea of bigotry. It's gotta be so tough. It's gotta be so tough. Canada is best overall. I wouldn't say that. I really wouldn't say that. Right now, I'm sure Canada's looking real nice for all you Americans. I hear that the Canada immigration site just crashed again this morning. It happened last year and the year before that as well. But as someone who came from Tennessee, it was ruthless. I know I have a couple trans friends that are in states like Arizona and in states like Texas, just southern states, and they are afraid to literally dress like they want to without going out and getting shot. It is so scary to think about. As you're moving to Finland, I'll be the only minority guy there. I'll be a local celebrity. Why Finland, though, Omni? Why Finland? You're the whole pick of Europe. Why Finland, particularly? Oh. Cosmic, can I ask, what is it like? I know this year hasn't been a lot of freely going outside and wandering, but what is it like for you? Like, do you feel safe? Do you feel safe just going out and about in your town, in your city, in your area? Finland has amazing education, if I recall. Oh yeah, the Scandinavians have really good education. My girlfriend is LGBTQ plus and lives in Arizona. She's literally holding up to stay safe, which is horrific. Oh boy. The Scandinavian countries are very apparently very expensive to live in, though. Oh no. Yeah, their taxes are very high. Their taxes are somewhere up around the levels of like 40 to 50% or something like that of their income, 40 to 50%. But here's the thing that comes alongside that. Free healthcare, free university for just everyone. University, just free. It's just free. And they have better working laws, so they work less hours, a lot less hours, many hours less than Americans, right? The typical day for a person in Denmark is somewhere like what they go into work at like 9, they leave at like 1 or 2 p.m. to pick their kids up from daycare, and then they spend the rest of the day with their family. It's nuts. It's nuts. Sweden has 30%, but it's so worth it. Yeah, exactly. Paid maternal and paternal leave. Exactly. Encouragement to, spend more time with family and friends and to not drive yourself crazy with work. I'll live in a log cabin off the grid. Everything you get from high taxes is just reinvested. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad one of the companies my job contracts for is in Canada, so I think that's my possible out. Oh. Okay, I see. We need some positivity. Mail-in ballots are still being counted and will probably be majority for Dems. We'll see. I'm holding out hope, I believe. Y'all, if you need a little bit of hope, you need a little bit of support during these times, I suggest you go onto Josh Gad's Twitter page. This man is the voice actor of Olaf. He's the voice actor of Olaf. He was LeFou in Beauty and the Beast. But this man is a bundle of joy and hope and all things wonderful about humanity. And he's giving out a really close eye on the election and happenings, and yeah. It'll lift your spirits for sure. Well, I wouldn't personally flaunt anything down here, but there are openly queer people down in the rural South that I see more often than you'd think. That makes me so happy to hear. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy to hear. It makes me so happy to know that that's being normalized in places just all over, and I hope it gets even better. I really hope so. And I post a link. Oh yeah, sure, go for it. Hang on. Go for it. New generations are definitely caring less. I feel like it's a bit of caring more about the right things and caring less about the things that don't matter. Yeah, hold hands with whoever you want. You know, it doesn't hurt anybody. Man, we really have people out there who are like, oh, the gays holding hands are going to launch HIV particles into the air, and we're gonna breathe it, and my family and my children are going to be infected by the gay agenda, and then before we know it, the gay frogs will turn the water rancid, and America will be overrun by lesbian farmers. And I'm just like, what? What? Oh. It's not what they're actually saying, but it feels like it is. It really feels like it is. They turn their freaking frogs gay. Yeah. Pack yourself on the lesbian farmer. The Stardew gay. I love that. Don't forget, China is spreading disease, even though scientists can't say for sure it even came from China in the first place. Yep. Oh my goodness. Try again. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Hugga bunga chugga. Hunga bunga chugga. Oh, nice. I mean, I drank the water and it turned me into a gay girl. Yeah, I drank water once. I now have a girlfriend. Oh my god. The frogs are turning the water gay. I touched a trans frog once and it turned me trans. True story, I don't... Right. Yes. I drank water once, oh, me too, wow. That's really cool. Frog eat. Oh, I love this. Frogs turn the water gay. Yeah. Haven't you heard? Is that what I do to get a girlfriend? Drink water? Yes. Staying hydrated increases your chances of staying alive, therefore increasing your chances to get a girlfriend. Yes. Checks out. Exactly. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna do like Zenyatta. Gaze into the iris. Form myself 100 billion hands. Hold all of your hands through the next coming days. And we will get through this together. Though, I wonder, I have another question, right? If you look at the election map, if anybody looks at the election map, or just, not even the map, just Florida. You know how Florida's been called already? But they have many, many more votes to come in, right? Could that change? Because nothing that's being called by the press is actually set in stone until all the votes are 100% in, right? Trump has won Florida 100%? No. It's only counted by the press. Calling by the press isn't quite just setting stone. Florida, I don't think it will actually change, but some other states might. Yeah, like I remember a county in Georgia found, I think somewhere around the lines of like 200,000 ballots, right? Just a small county in Georgia, and they found that all the mail-in votes, 4-1, a ratio of 4-1, Biden to Trump. 4 votes for Biden for every single vote for Trump, and it's really close. It's still really close, huh? How many are we still like 6% away, Cosmic? Oh my god. Florida can't change, not now. I don't know, but maybe Florida is sadly a lost cause at this point. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. I was seeing that almost all the votes in Florida were counted. Wow. Even the entire quarter of Florida's votes that were missing. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. 96% of people's votes are in. It's immensely unlikely that things will shift with the remaining ballots. But still, like 96% is only a press report. Is only a press report, and it's not counting the incredible amount of early votes that haven't been accounted for, right? 400,000 votes difference is close, but probably won't change. Oh man. Thanks to Trump's disparaging mail-in voting, most of the mail-in absentee ballot requests this year have not been registered Republicans. I think they make calls based on 3 standard deviations. So almost positively Florida's gone. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's still super close, but knowing Florida especially, I don't think it will change. It also depends on where the votes are. Given regionality, we may only continue to support the current ratio of votes. Thinking about it, right? Thinking about it. Doesn't Florida, like Miami in particular, have a big population of Cuban immigrants? And you would think like immediately there that the Cuban immigrants would be anti-Trump, but if you think about the messages that Trump has been toting, and that you think about how these Cuban immigrants, you know, were trying to leave because they wanted to get away from Castro and all that communism and stuff like that, they're actually on the red side? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. And I've heard that the map is being flooded by the red tide, but that's because those votes that are being counted quickly are in person red and the early mail-in votes are blue but take longer to count. I really hope so. I really hope so. Wisconsin and Michigan are really freaking close. Yeah, it's making me want to bite my nails. Oh man. Cubans are some of the most conservative individuals of the Latino community. I can definitely see that. Yeah. Miami's very blue according to the map. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I have a friend in Pittsburgh and she said people were yelling in the streets yesterday. Oh boy. So what states are going to be the deciders at this point? Well, the biggest like deciders I feel like are going to be Michigan, and what else is at the top there? Wisconsin. Michigan and Wisconsin. Maybe even Georgia, if Georgia pulls through. It's really close. Has anyone seen the show One Day at a Time? I love that show. I've seen every episode many times. Oh my gosh. If y'all haven't seen the show One Day at a Time, I definitely suggest that you give it a watch because oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's a very good show, right? Yes, it deals with it's about a Cuban American family, and it tackles just the lives of immigrants, the lives of, you know, army veterans, of queer folk, of so mad it hasn't got another season. It got another season. It left Netflix, but it was picked up by Pop TV, and you could probably find it somewhere out there. It's only got like 8 new episodes or something like that because it had to stop because of COVID. Stop filming because of COVID. Yeah, it did. Look it up. It's out there. I can send you a link later. Traditionally, Cuban Americans skew Republican because anti-communism and they get preferred asylum status. Wet foot, dry foot policy. Huh. I see. Guys, remember, Biden can win with WAP. If Biden wins with WAP, I will do a TikTok dance to WAP. If he wins with those states, I will do it. I'll do it. I will do it. Yeah, but the show One Day at a Time, you should definitely check it out. It deals with so many issues so well, so cleverly, and it is one of the funniest sitcoms I've ever watched. It's like up there or even better than How I Met Your Mother, I'd say. So I'm talking to a Trump supporter, and he says that the reason people are voting for Trump is because his policies favor them. This being them being the high, middle to upper class. But logistically, right? Statistically and logistically, the middle, like upper middle and high class, don't make up the majority of the country. And honestly, if you're the kind of person who goes into Target and like yells at the employees because you're not satisfied with the prices, you're not upper class. Like, if you're the kind of person who treats retail workers with that kind of disrespect, you're not upper middle. You're not upper middle class. There's no way. There's no way. There's a lot of rural poor areas that think they're better than everyone else and think that Trump cares about them. It makes sense to support Trump as an upper middle, upper class person if you're an asshole. Yeah, huh? Yeah, like, hang on. Let me see. Sorry, we're delaying. We're putting such a delay on the guess the anime. I recognize that we have been talking about this for a while, but I feel like it was inevitable. It was inevitable. We have to discuss these things. Hang on. Economic of the US. Social economic of the US. Chart. By chart. Here we go. Let's see. I need to find a chart that I actually understand. I need like a bell curve or something like that. I truly need a bell curve. I need a bell curve. What would I search on Google in attempts to find a chart that kind of shows us what percentage of Americans is upper middle class or above? What percentage of Americans are upper class? I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to, I don't know. How would you even Okay. Oh, this one's by race. I see wealth distribution. Wealth distribution. Okay. Wealth distribution graph. Class percentage in America. Okay. That's a smart one. Class percentage in America. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. I feel like let me try to find a good chart. Let's see. Oh, that's something. I don't know how correct that is. I need to find a good infographic. Social class, diverse working classes, half of adults, now middle class. What do you mean? How do I find this particularly? I really don't know. I really truly don't know. See, like, these graphs all look very janky, so I am not sure what to trust. So like this is as self-described. Oh, percentage of distribution of household. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate this. Thank you. So, what exactly is considered the poverty line? What is considered the poverty line? We're like diving straight into this, but I love this. I love this for us. Education is important. Okay, so let's see. So, percentage of U.S. households by distribution of a household income. Okay, let's see. So under an income of 15,000, 9%. a wage under 30K is no longer viable, I think. Yeah, 30K. I can see that. I can see that. Last pity's for the girl with a nice smile. Thank you. Thank you. I do have a nice smile. I bet you do as well, Superhero Bob. Thank you. Let's see. So 8%. So like a good 25% under the poverty line. Under the poverty line. Oh my goodness. And then 35 to, that's 11. This is 16%. What would you say? What would you say? Would you say 6 figures makes you upper class? Would you say 6 figures makes you upper class? Somewhere around that line? 6 figures is upper class. So that would be just a little bit over 33%. 67% of America doesn't directly benefit from Trump's just policies. Yeah. Makes you middle, not upper. 6 is definitely upper middle, right? Yes. Upper middle class. Okay. Yeah, I'd say so. And then like around this range to this range is like you're in like millionaire territory. I cannot talk. Yeah, I cannot talk. Wealth inequality in America. It's a YouTube video. Oh, I see. How long is this video?
There's a chart I saw
6 minutes. 6 minutes. Oh, this could be good. I'm interested.
Recently
All right.
that I can't get out of my head. A Harvard business professor and economist.
To be fair, middle class
asked
is pretty
more than
badly defined with
5,000
little
Americans
to no consensus.
how they thought
Yeah, that's
wealth
fair.
was distributed in the United States. This is what they said they thought it was. Dividing the country into 5 rough groups of the top, bottom, and middle 3 20% groups. They asked people how they thought the wealth in this country was divided. Then he asked them what they thought was the ideal distribution. And 92%, that's at least 9 out of 10 of them, said it should be more like this. In other words, more equitable than they think it is. Now that fact is telling, admittedly, the notion that most Americans know that the system is already skewed unfairly. But what's most interesting to me is the reality compared to our perception. The ideal is as far removed.
I swear, it's the top is gonna be all the way over here. I guarantee you, it's gonna cut through the R.
From our
Yeah, it's gonna cut through the
perception
R,
of
or
reality
worse.
as the actual distribution is from what we think exists in this country. So ignore the ideal for a moment. Here's what we think it is again.
And like, I feel like, where was the R? Yeah. Oh, the R, no, the R grew and moved. Maybe like even here? Wait a second.
Is from what we think exists in
Wait.
this country. So ignore the ideal for a moment. Here's what we think it is again. And here is the actual distribution. Shockingly skewed. Not only do the bottom 20% and the next 20%, the bottom 40% of Americans barely have any of the wealth. I mean, it's hard to even see them on the chart. But the top 1% has more of the country's wealth than 9 out of 10 Americans believe the entire top 20% should have. Mind-blowing. But let's look at it another way, because I find this chart kind of difficult to wrap my head around. Instead, let's reduce the 311 million Americans to just a representative 100 people. Make it simple. Here they are. Teachers, coaches, firefighters,
Wow, small
construction
world.
workers, engineers, doctors, lawyers, some investment bankers, a CEO,
All right,
maybe a
looks about right.
celebrity or two.
Looks about right.
Now let's line them
All
up
right.
according to their wealth. Poorest people on the left, wealthiest on the right. Just
This
a
is a
steady
cool
row of
animation.
folks based on their net worth. We'll color code them like we did before based on which 20% quintile they fall into. Now let's reduce the total wealth of the United States, which was roughly $54 trillion in 2009, to this symbolic pile of cash.
Okay.
And let's distribute it among our 100 Americans. Well, here's socialism, all the wealth of the country distributed equally. We all know that won't work. We need to encourage people to work and work hard to achieve that good old American dream and
Of
keep our
course.
country moving forward. So, here's that ideal we asked everyone about. Something like this curve. This isn't too bad. We've got
I'm from Ireland, and from the outside looking in, Okay, so you're acknowledging that you're from the outside looking in. Biden is insanely corrupt, and Trump is actually one of the best presidents USA had ever had. We fear that if Biden gets in, then the rest of the world will follow Biden's lockdown and mandatory mask and vaccine ideas. Trump will open everything up again and let everyone keep their freedoms. Okay, would you like to explain why you think that keeping your mask on is a freedom? Would you let's have a little bit of a conversation here, Flying Ryan. Let's have a little bit of a conversation. Is it against your freedom to use a preventative measure to ensure the safety of weaker and more immunocompromised people, and to ensure that the elderly don't die of your own carelessness? Are you scared of empathy? Yeah. Please show some actual science, some actual factual data. Goodness. I wore a mask all day yesterday for 14 hours while I was working at the polls, and now I'm a gay frog. Oh my goodness. I work as a paramedic, and this virus is very real. Absolutely. It should be a choice. It is a choice. And if people fear they will get sick, then they should wear a mask. Yes. And if they don't, then don't wear one. Yes. Yes, it's a choice. It's a choice, but why is it bad to encourage something that will save lives? Don't make it law? Okay. Why else do you think that Trump is the best American president that has ever existed? Can you give me 3 reasons? Please give me 3 reasons. Please give me 3 reasons. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if we can talk this through. Yes? What about other countries that naturally wear masks, like Japan? Japan, China, places where the population is a little bit more dense, are very, very ahead of the curve in that sense, where they understand the importance of sanitation and of just like having that barrier so that you don't get every disease that just like is around you. Trade deals, North Korea, and no wars. There hasn't been a war in decades, and I don't think that's quite a victory on Trump's part. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know though. And also, what do you mean by trade deals? I feel like you're just saying, how is he the best president off after those things? I don't understand. You listed North Korea with North Korea. And you're saying no wars as if there aren't any wars going on, as if Yemen just doesn't exist, dude. Trade deals with China? Oh, is that so? Is that so? Do you get all of your news intake from Fox News? I guess proxy wars just don't exist. Yeah, I guess the entire Middle East just doesn't exist. Good gosh. Okay. All right though. All right, let's see. In sentences, can you tell me why Trump is the best president that the US has seen? Because I can tell you in 3 sentences why he is not. First of all, we have the fact that his leadership prompted the death of 200,000 plus people because of his awful handling of the COVID-19 influenza epidemic. Pandemic. Yes. I'm open to opinions. Why is Biden the one? Biden is not perfect, but he's way better than Trump, who denies the fact that there even is a global pandemic on the rise, right? There was like, what? In the last day alone, on election day, just yesterday alone, there were what? 90,000 more reported cases of a COVID-19, 1,000 more people dead. Yeah. At least Biden has the respect for scientists and analysts and people who have dedicated their entire lives to the study of, you know, viruses, global pandemics, and safety like that, to, you know, trust what they say. He at least respects them enough to hear them out and not invalidate their opinions and findings, right? To imply that you should vote for Trump because Biden isn't perfect, it can be easily reversed. Well, we can just look at all the things that have happened during Trump's presidency, and you can see. I don't agree on everything that Biden says, but he's still, yeah, me too. Exactly. Trump threw a fit in 2018 when Congress wouldn't fund his wall. Trump shut down the federal government for 35 days because he wouldn't accept a budget without his precious wall. Yeah. He spends hundreds of millions of taxpayer money on his own personal golfing and skiing trips while his country is on fire, like a real president should, right? And like, let me just think off the top of my head. What else has he done? What else has Trump done? Let's see. I know there's like scandals with him having incestual relations with his own daughters, but I don't know how much of that is true. It's not worth focusing too much about because I don't know and I don't really want to know. But also, let's see. Don't believe everything on the news about COVID. No more people have died in 2020 than in 2019 and 2018. So you're saying that fuck those people, they were gonna die anyway. Yeah, okay, where are your sources? Please, where are your sources? I would love to see some sources and numbers. I was told to make sure you saw this. Oh, let's see. What's this? The urine test. If we all run around naked and someone pees on you, you get wet right away. If you are wearing pants, some people get through, but not as much, so you're better protected. The guy who pees is also wearing pants, and you do not get wet. Both win. Yes. That's excellent. That's excellent. Oh, man. Oh, I'm a scientist and confirm that COVID is far worse than the flu. Absolutely, absolutely. Please listen to the people who are educated from Facebook. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I feel like you are so deeply entrenched in your own echo chambers that you are refusing to actually watch facts and details from scientists and statistics of things that have actually happened. No, elderly do die of flu and pneumonia all the time, but we don't lock the world down as a result and wear masks. I think we shouldn't give up freedoms for this. It's literally keeping a mask on. You can still go out and buy your foods. You can do you can live your life still. I don't know. Thing is, some people really think like this. I don't even know if you're trolling. I feel like you're just trying to talk with me. I want to show you that respect at least, but you do understand that it's not just like normal elderly folk dying of disease, right? If the things that the elderly folk are dying to are completely 100% preventable, not 100%, 99.97% preventable, by a simple gesture, such as just taking something and going like that. Just like that. Why wouldn't people want to do that? Yeah. Wearing a mask is like a darn speed limit? Exactly. It doesn't prohibit you from doing the things that you want to do, but it's an inconvenience, right? I have even times where I'm just like, man, I really wish I didn't have to wear this mask on my run outside, but I do. there were almost 300,000 excess deaths this year due to COVID, and this is directly from the Center of Disease Control website. Exactly, the experts. Why would the experts conspire to forge lies in their own field of expertise? I don't understand. 99% of people survive COVID. More people die in car. Okay, yes, but car accidents are a thing of their own. This is an entirely preventable issue. Almost entirely preventable issue. Right? It doesn't matter that people are surviving COVID. It's the people that don't survive COVID that get COVID because people aren't careful enough to stay inside, social distance, and wear a mask. And the thing is, I don't know if you've read any accounts of people with COVID, but it literally racks your body. It goes into your body and tries to kill anything it touches. I know many people who have had COVID themselves, and they describe it as almost the worst week of their lives. I have a good friend who has described COVID as literally having all organs in his body simultaneously get attacked, right? You're puking up things that almost look red from blood, right? You are sweating through like 5 layers of sheets, but you're freezing at the same time. You have a cough that makes you feel like your lungs are going to dislodge themselves. Like it's so scary to think about. And yet people are just like, oh, well, he survived. No big deal. Well, it's like, yeah, if you get hit by a train and you barely live and your body's all the worse for it, yeah, you survived, but it's like, that didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. And I don't know how to get it across to some people that it's not your freedoms being limited. Then why are doctors and nurses whistleblowing? Do you think doctors and nurses want to be dealing with all of these people who are dropping dead from an out-of-control virus? Do you want to believe that they want that on their conscience to tell lies? How would that benefit anybody? They are simply saying to wear a mask so less people end up sick and dead. That is all. And that no freedoms are being infringed. You realize that this world is being brought to its knees by something small that we can't see, that we don't know how to cure yet, and the world needs to collectively work together to stop the spread of it so that we can deal with it. Less people will be hurt, less people will die off, all those things, right? We have to collectively work for it. Otherwise, if you consider how the US has handled it, right? COVID is going to reach all the way into next year and probably the next year after that, just because of how poorly it's been handled. And that's not the fault of doctors. It's not the fault of nurses. It's not the fault of the liberals. It's not the fault of Chinese people. It's the fault of people who have refused to stay inside or to wear a mask or to treat this virus with the respect it deserves. Because this started to offend y'all. If offense is what you get out of this whole conversation, man, I don't know what to say to you. Oh, Chinese doctors wouldn't have risked their lives and be killed for the sake of warning the world if COVID wasn't a big-ass deal. Honestly, Chinese first responders, absolutely incredible. I'm just trying to have a decent conversation here and trying to explain my point of view to you so that maybe you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah. This world is brought to its knees, and we're going to be kicked down some more if we do not treat COVID-19 with more caution. You know, even just in Toronto, even just in Ontario, right? We have been flicking back and forth between stage 2, stage 3 of the different recovery phases, because it's like, oh, people wear masks, we get a little bit better, people think that everything's okay again, they go out, they go out to dine and eat in restaurants and in open air patios, just like on busy downtown streets, and what ends up happening is it spikes up again, everything has to go close down once more, and it's like, uh-oh, that's not good. And I feel like that's happening in the US, but also just on a much bigger scale, right? And so And so in order for the world to go back to what it was before, for travel to be safe again, for us to be able to go outside without needing to wear a mask, without fearing sickness, right? Without the slightest risk of that, we would have to tough it out, wear a mask. It sucks, right? I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it because it's a better option than not wearing a mask and letting this play out for many, many more years. It's the same because taking an antibiotic, just because it doesn't make you feel better doesn't mean you should stop taking it. Yes. Yeah, and me personally, right? I want to go out. I want to run without a mask. I want to go out to restaurants and eat. I miss it so much. I think that wearing masks absolutely sucks. I break out in the worst ways when I have this like fabric just covering my mouth, because then you're just recycling your own air and the moisture from your breath and everything, and I just like break out. Worst pimples ever. It's awful, but I wear it anyway. I wear it anyway because it's a better option. I like masks personally. It hides my ugly and the fact that I can't grow a beard. Shut up, Omni. You are hot as all hell. How dare you? How dare you? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, mask hides my resting bitch face. Silver lining. Hello, Marching Raven. Hello. Your hair looks nice like your hair. Oh, thank you, yeah, gamers. Thank you, thank you. I honestly thought I would be okay with restaurants for a while, but I honestly miss it so much. Yeah, huh? And it's like, okay, let me put this in another example, okay? Say for instance, right? Say for instance that the world was in absolute turmoil. The world was in this apocalyptic state where nuclear warfare has devastated it. All right? We're in Fallout 4. We're in Fallout 4. Nuclear war has devastated the planet. Okay? And radiation levels are so high, right? So high that if you were to go outside without adequate protection from it, you are highly likely to get radiation sickness, radiation poisoning, and develop fast developing cancers, developing illnesses, the brain, the heart, everything. Quickly die. All right? So imagine that. You're in a world like that. And now picture, right? Now picture that the world has found a cure. The world has found a cure, or will find a cure if we give it enough time. And now we have the resources and power to deal with it. Okay, so all the scientists need is to bide out more time in order to figure something out. And now alongside that, imagine that hazmat suits and the protection that you need to venture out into the wastelands is just $1. Nay, let's just say $1 for 10. Super duper cheap. Super duper cheap. Ridiculously cheap. And let's just say that wearing this thing makes it so that your chances of getting sick and the chances of you making someone else that you care about sick get reduced by 99.97%. Okay? Okay, let's just say that. It's cheap. It's uncomfortable. It sucks, right? It sucks. It's worse than not having to wear anything, but it takes a lot of that risk away. It makes you and your loved ones a lot more safe, and it's really good. It's really good, and it's readily available. And so, if you think about that, but just translate it over to our current world situation, it's like people are seeing all of this evidence played out in front of them, right? People who are not wearing masks getting deeply, deeply, deeply sick and ill, with lasting damages to their organs, their lungs, everything. And they're still going and saying, I don't want to wear the hazmat suit. It looks ugly. I don't want to wear it because it takes away my freedom of fashion. And I'm left to wonder how exactly their logic goes. because it's the safety of not only themselves but other people, but it's also the future. It's like you can literally make it so that scientists have time to figure things out without more deaths tolling up, or you can just go out there, get sick, die, make sure that other people also get sick and die, and they're like, yeah, I'll take that one. I'll have my freedom. It makes no damn sense to me, man. Yeah. Not wearing a mask. Not wearing a mask to own the libs. Oh yes. I know you're making a point, but I really think there would be people doing that in a nuclear apocalypse. Exactly. Yeah. I can't shop or use public transport without literally not allowed inside the shop or bus. You know that all the COVID deaths are people that have died of any cause within 28 days of a positive PCR test? Have you been bedside of someone who had COVID? Have you had a conversation with anybody who has had COVID? Do you know what it does to the body? Because if this were just any random flu, yes, really no. If this were just any random flu, do you think the entire world would be in lockdown? Not lockdown. It's like a flu. It's like a flu, except it kills you. Yeah. Ever just have your organs begin to shut down when you're very much alive? Yeah, COVID literally eats your organs from the inside out. Does the flu do that? I've had the flu a couple times. I guess I just got lucky. Damn. Think about it. If it really were to be like a regular flu, right? And if people really were to have mild experiences with COVID, does it mean that the people who have had, entire whole body shutdowns within 40 hours of initial symptoms, would it discount that? Would it mean that they're liars? Would it mean that these people who have had their entire bodies shut down on them a day after their first cough, would it just mean that they're liars? Doesn't COVID also weaken the body so that other illnesses can take lives? Exactly. Yeah, that too. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like the flu economy is the most important thing in these times. Country wouldn't go into lockdown if they see it in real danger. Exactly. Like it's not just a government going like, oh, we're going to, take away the freedom and take away the fun out of life for everybody and make it so that everything has to shut down and everybody has to stay inside. They don't see it like that. The governments look at that whole situation, and they, all across the world, governments see this as this, right? They look at it and they're like, okay, this situation, if we let this get out of hand and we let life continue as it is, it's going to result in the shutdown and deaths of many, many more in the future. So in order to prevent all of that, we're going to close everything down and we're going to take a massive hit to our economy. Small businesses are going to suffer. We're going to have a difficult time spurring on small business owners and people who are, reliant on the employment of businesses in danger, and we're going to take that risk, we're going to take that economical hit in order to ensure a better future. Oh, hopefully these things, oh, don't worry, Happy Crockett, I can still see it. All right, from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention itself. Let's go, excess deaths associated with COVID-19. Oh man, let's go. Okay, visualization includes several different estimates. Number of excess deaths, percent excess, total number of excess deaths. All right. And so, this is a spreadsheet. National and state estimates of excess death. State and age. State and cause and death. Let's go. Let's go look at two of these. A weekly count. And then this one too. This one too! Nearly all young, healthy people survive with mild symptoms. It is mostly vulnerable and elderly people who die from it, just like with the flu. You already know. Oh, Peculiar Donut, thank you so much for the 2 years of support. Thank you, thank you. There's a chart further down. Oh, there it is. Oh, I see, I see. Okay, excellent. Well, let's see. Let's see. Weekly number of deaths from all causes. Oh, well, would you look at that? There is a massive spike. Gee, I wonder what this spike is all about. Oh, well, let's see. It's about the excess deaths. Well, and this is the threshold for excess deaths, right? This is the coming and going of the Grim Reaper. All right, that orange line. And notice how there's a spike in 2018, but there's now a spike in 2020. Wow, I wonder what that's all about. What could it be? What could it be? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But the healthy adult spreads the virus for a couple weeks before showing symptoms. Exactly, and that's what the dangerous part is. And again, there is not quite there's not quite enough statistical evidence that shows that all young people have a mild case of it. I know several people who have been impacted by COVID so heavily that their lungs are still recovering it to this day from them having it in April. It is so scary to think about. It's also terrifying that we have no idea what the long-term effects are. Exactly, brain damage is one of them. You can rebuild the economy, you can't get human life back. Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Is there a worldwide table of such a thing? Oh, this is just all the states. I see. This is very much so just for the United States. Understood. Understood. I don't even have spreadsheet apps allowed. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. I will be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. I shall return. I'll be right back. Yes. Again. Hello. All right, let's see. Let's finish the rest of this video while we're okay. All right.
Got some incentive, as the wealthiest folks are now about 10 to 20 times better off than the poorest Americans. But hey, even the poor folks aren't actually poor, since the poverty line has stayed almost entirely off the chart. We have a super healthy middle class with a smooth transition into wealth. And yes, Republicans and Democrats alike chose this curve. 9 out of 10 people, 92%, said this was a nice, ideal distribution of America.
So this is people, regardless of their political affiliation. This is just random people who have marked this down as the ideal curve of wealth distribution in America.
America's wealth. But let's move on. This is what people think America's wealth distribution actually looks like. Not as equitable, clearly.
Honestly, if you're a big socialist, this looks like a dynamic curve, right?
Yes.
It looks ideal for people.
30% are starting to suffer quite a lot.
Now, this is what Americans think this is.
The middle class
it's still
is certainly
optimistic,
struggling more than they were,
right?
While the rich and wealthy are making roughly 100 times that of the poorest Americans, and about 10 times that of the still healthy middle class. Sadly, this isn't even close to the reality. Here is the actual distribution of wealth in America. The poorest Americans don't even register. They're down to pocket change. And the middle class is barely distinguishable from the poor. In fact, even the rich between the top 10 and 20 percentile are worse off. Only the top 10% are better off. And how much better off? So much better off that the top 2 to 5% are actually off the chart at this scale. And the top 1%, this guy, well, his stack of money stretches 10 times higher than we can show. Here's his stack of cash, restacked, all by itself. This is the top 1%.
That 1%. Yeah. Yeah, and if you want another whammy to make it hurt even more, if you want to just try to guess how much, okay? Just imagine, this is only for the US, but imagine the entire world, the entire world's worth of wealth and money all combined into a single pot, and then you divide that pot by just half it. How much do you think that is? And also, more importantly, rather, answer me this. How many people do you think own that 50% of the entire world's wealth? It's 10 people. It's less than, not even 10%. It's not even 10%. It's like 10 people. Not 1.8%. No, it's 10 people, y'all. Out of what's the world population right now? What is world population 2020? Let's go. Out of 7.8 billion. It's 10 people. Yeah. It's 10 people. Is Bezos your boss because Amazon owns Twitch? I'll never answer to Bezos. Fuck Bezos, dude. This is exactly why I wanted Bernie so bad in both 2016 and 2020. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And you want to see what else? Bezos is up there. Bezos is within that 10 people. Okay? That 10, like, super hyper wealthy, like, beyond what people can even imagine. Okay? And then here's this. How much did Amazon pay in taxes? 2019. So in the past year. Let's go. After 2 straight years of paying 0 in U.S. federal income tax, Amazon was on the hook for a 162 million bill in 2019. Of course, the 162 million is just a fraction of the 13.9 billion in pre-tax income Amazon reported for 2019. 1.2%. That's just not true, Fareeha. What's not true? What's not good? What's not true? What's not true? Let's see. Let's not go to ca.style.yahoo to see that. Let's go for CBS News. CBS News is reputable. Amazon pays lots in taxes. Really now. Amazon paid a tax rate of just 1.2 last year versus 14% for average Americans. Corporate tax dodging. Yeah, a lot of 13 billion is going to feel like a lot, right? Maybe a lot for us, but nothing for them. Absolutely nothing but them. Let's see. What do. Let's see. The company defended its tax record in a blog post last week, saying that it had $1 billion in federal tax income expense in 2019. Amazon said it also paid $2.4 billion in other federal taxes, including employment taxes and $1.6 in state and local taxes. Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. I was wrong about that. It collected $9 billion in sales taxes on merchandise sold on its website, though most of that money is collected from customers and not paid out by Amazon itself. Yeah. And let's just look at tax brackets in the US. Let's just see. For not corporations, but just for individuals, right? Let's just see income tax brackets. Let's go. So, if you are in the brackets, oh, here we go. If you were in the bracket of let's say just over $500,000, you're paying 37% of your income. 30% of your income. Sorry, 37% of your income. I don't think Amazon paid 30%, 37% or even close to that. Even considering the billions that they did pay, still not quite there. Oh boy. Did you see the meme about Trump faking a task by signing his IRS forms? Wait, no, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen that. Also, watch this video. It's really interesting to put things into perspective. What's this? Hang on, let me finish this other video. We're not done yet.
Hearing so much about. So much green in his pockets that I have to give him a whole new column of his own because he won't fit on my chart. 1% of America has 40% of all the nation's wealth. The bottom 80%, 8 out of every 10 people.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even 70% of everything. It's 70% of the amount that's over the bracket. Right? So until that point. But like, it doesn't really apply when you're in the billions.
Or 80 out of these 100 only has 7% between them. And this has only gotten worse in the last 20 to 30 years. While the richest 1% take home almost a quarter of the national income today, in 1976, they took home only 9%, meaning they're...
This is a joke. All of the wealth is tied in equity of productive companies. Okay, but you realize that equity is, you can liquidize. You can liquidize that. You can liquidize that, but also you wouldn't want to. But also, wealth is wealth. Wealth is wealth. You don't have to have cash in your hand. You don't have to be literally sitting on, I don't know, like crates of cash to be considered wealthy. This is simply for illustrative purposes.
Their share of income has nearly tripled in the last 30 years. The top 1% own half the country's stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. The bottom 50% of Americans own only 0.5% of these investments, which means they aren't investing. They're just scraping by. I'm sure many of these wealthy people have worked very hard for their money. But do you really believe that the CEO is working 380 times harder than his average employee? Not his lowest paid employee, not the janitor, but the average.
Property and business is wealth, 100%. Exactly, well put. Well put. See, like equity in business, stocks, bonds, all of those things, that's wealth. That's wealth. It doesn't have to be simple cash to make you rich. Also, this is the exact same issue that you had with Blizzard, right? When they had their merger with Activision. This is exactly why the new CEO that signed in with Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, and the executives at the top of the company, right, got multi-million-dollar bonuses for their holiday checks. And for their holiday paychecks, and at the same time, oodles, absolute oodles of employees were laid off. Loyal workers, loyal game devs, artists, programmers, designers who have been with Blizzard, worked their butts off for Blizzard, got completely just kicked away because there wasn't enough room or money for them. Yeah. I bristle a bit at the CEO comparison thing because they're being overcompensated for the impact of their work. Yeah, absolutely. It's like compensation for the power and the levity, the weight of their decisions. But yeah, it is still very lavish. You're right about that, for sure. CollectiveEvolution.com. What is this? Okay. Is this an actual news site? Why does something make me feel like this is not an actual... This is a conspiracy theory website, right? Yes. Collective Evolution. That doesn't seem right to me. About CE. Let's go. All right. Content to explore these questions, conversations, and transitions, and examine how humanity can shift our consciousness and way of being to evolve beyond the personal and global challenges we face. Huh. So you just linked me a conspiracy theory website. Web news site. That's what I meant. Yeah. The first thing I saw on the page was about UFOs. Oh my god. Wait. Oh, right. Ex-director of Air Force UFO program says they know what UFOs are in his very last interview. Oh man. Blue Moon in Taurus, surprises and obstacles, a question about extraterrestrials on everybody's mind. Are they a threat? All right, okay. Manifesting your vision through the law of attraction. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking. Facebook officially cut us off. We need your help. Dude. Oh, boy. It's like linking someone an article from The Onion and expecting them to take it seriously. Didn't think would be so dismissive. I was only reading the COVID article. Well, I just don't feel like this is a legitimate news site. That's all. Yeah. Well, we're saying that this is not a very credible website, you know? That's all I'm saying. One other source with the same story. Let's go. Actually, no. Let's take a look. Let's just look into this. Let's see. Alternative news. All right. Search. All right. Into the light. Oh gosh. I wonder what this website's gonna be about. I wonder what this website's gonna look like, because it is time to bring Mother Earth and its inhabitants into the light. All right, about... Hello, dear IntoTheNight.com.news reader. I am pleased you have found your way through the jungle of mainstream news and internet blogs to my site. I started this news portal in October 2015, just at the moment of the imminent Wave X flooding our beautiful orb. Until then, I have been only searching and reading the other blogs and news, but something was missing. I always felt the inner urge to do something myself to help humanity, or at least my friends and family, find their way into their light. Okay. Yes. Huh. The writer is an anti-vaxxer, by the way. If a news site looks like WordPress, just run. Yes. Yes, fellow inhabitant of our orb. Yes. Let's go. In 1995, I met my wonderful wife, who has since developed her psychic abilities. She has helped me a lot to learn and understand the areas of clairvoyance, telepathy, and mediumship. Ah, yes. I love the mediumship. Yes. I also soon started to use the pendulum to receive my answer to the numerous questions of life. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Sometimes the truth is hard to take in, and in my point of view, we have to know the truth about our past in order to understand our present and the future. So sometimes you will find messages with which content might be hard to cope with. If this is not or not yet your thing, just leave it aside. We are living on a free will planet. Free will! TM. Planet, and everybody has the right to believe what is best for him or her. We have to work on ourselves to get ahead and are sometimes confronted with tough situations and choices. Oh. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, knowledge base. Secret space programs. Secret space programs. Secret space programs. Bases on Mars and Nazi infiltration. What? Nazis on Mars? This actually looks fun to read. Not the space Nazis! Intel from SSP conferences, secret space programs. I see, of course. All right. Even more disturbing are his revelations about a secret Nazi space program that became operational during the Second World War despite the defeat of Axis powers. The Nazis, according to Corey, escaped to the secret bushes in South America bases. The secret bases in South America and Antarctica, where they established an alliance with a group of extraterrestrials called the Draco Reptilians. And the Draco Reptilians. The Nazis were then able to successfully defeat a punitive military expedition by Admiral Byrd called Operation High Jump in 1947. Corey says that after a demonstration of Nazi technological superiority during the 1952 Washington UFO flyover, both the Truman and Eisenhower administration negotiated arguments with the Nazi breakaway civilization. The Nazis then proceeded to infiltrate the U.S. national security system in ways that have undermined the independence and integrity of various U.S. and international space programs. Both civilian and military. Slave labor was a major practice in Nazi World War II industries. It appears that this continues with organization that the Nazi breakaway civilization has infiltrated, such as ICC operations on Mars. For the record, the anti-lockdown petition is real, although 45K doctors, nurses signing might be an exaggeration. It has been roundly refuted by others, though. I see. I see. Oh my god. I want to know more about these reptilians. Reptil? Oh, that's the only thing? Okay, Draco. Oh man, that's it? Oh no, there's more. There was help from the Draco Federation as well as a group that the Nazis were believed to were led to believe were ETs, referred to as Ariani or Aryans, sometimes called Nordics, but were actually an ancient Earth human breakaway civilization that had developed a space program and created vast bases below the Himalayan mountains and through other regions. The first craft they built used mercury turbines, and the electrogravity engines were developed by musicians of this group. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wait a second, what? Okay. Okay. What is the justification of taxing people at different rates versus taxing everyone at the exact same rate? I think that higher incomes should just be taxed more. That's simply all. Why would you tax somebody the same that makes $1 versus someone who makes like $1 million? Why would you do such a thing? Oh boy. This is something that I did not expect I would have ever read. Because it's fair, you treat everyone equally. That's not what equality is, though. Equality isn't treating everybody the same. It's treating people with privilege differently from people who need extra assistance and support. Yeah. When you get that high income on the back of society, you need to give more of that back. That's simply how it works. That's simply how it works in many first world countries. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Cosmic. That's exactly it. It isn't equal to take someone's food money away. Treat accordingly. Exactly. Precisely. So from each according to his ability to each according to his needs. Okay, that's what this is about right now. That's what this is about right now, yes. The problem is that the rich is not being treated like that. The rich are getting special treatment. That's what's going on. Yeah, so well, you know that sometimes these news sources are not as reputable as you would want to believe. Yeah, this is the exact same article that you linked me. So, yeah. I agree that the special treatment needs to end. Yeah, we're on the same page then. We're on the same page. Treat everyone like mods. Oh, yeah. So it's like ideally, I'm just spouting my own thoughts on this, but ideally, right, we end up in a situation where you're not punished for being rich, right? If you do become rich, you do succeed, you put in the hard work, and you reap what you sow. You are rich, multimillionaire. You're not punished for that, but the people who are beyond that, who are multi-billionaires and have earned that off of the blood, sweat, and tears of other humans, right? They don't get to keep as much of that money for themselves. What can a single person do with that much money anyway? I feel like $1 billion is so unfathomable to most of us.
The average worker needs to work more than a month to earn what the CEO makes in 1 hour. We certainly don't have to go all the way to socialism to find something that is fair for hardworking Americans. We don't even have to achieve what most of us consider might be ideal. All we need to do is wake up and realize that the reality in this country is not at all what we think it is.
Yeah. See what I mean? That just got here and I'm stumped. What anime is this? It's a really sad horror thriller anime called Reality. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's got horrible ratings. God. Oh. Whew. Yeah. I remember that Energy. You had a link you wanted to show me?
Dude, I shipped everyone out today. And I'm gonna do it one more time because you didn't see it, Conrad. Ready? I'm ready. Okay, watch this. Conrad, everyone knows this and you know it too, but when you see it, it's different. Ready?
I like your ponytail.
Here is $100,000, Conrad. Here, there it is. That's a lot of money. That's what we can hope at best to make in a year. You know, doing really fucking well after taxes. That'd be crazy to make in a year, right?
Right.
That's a lot of money. All right. Now we have someone named Amhai who is top Twitch donator of all time. He has like probably $1 billion, right?
Right.
There are people in the world with $1 billion, regardless. Okay. Anyways,
Rest in peace,
$1
Dreadful.
billion, that's a big fucking number. We can see that there's a lot of zeros on top of the 100,000, but we don't really feel it. You don't really feel it until you go like this. You know it's 10,000 times more, but here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 500,000. Copy paste that. That's $1 million. Okay. Then we have to go 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 million. Let's copy paste that. That's 10 million. Okay. Let's copy paste the 10 million. That's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 million. Okay. Let's copy paste the 100 million. Okay. That's 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, $1 billion. Okay. And now I'm high, and I'm gonna donate Soda Pop in $100,000 like this.
Was that the delete key?
Yeah. And now we're gonna try to find the money that we're missing now. Okay?
It's on the right. It's on the right. I see it. There it is.
You saw it. It was right there. But it's kind of hard to feel it. If I put it somewhere in the middle, you guys probably wouldn't find it. But you know what? You wouldn't find it for sure. Let's donate $2 million to my good friend Vinruki, and he could actually let's donate this. Let's donate fucking $4 million. He could probably live a swell life with $4 million. Here, I'm high. I'm giving Vinruki $4 million real quick. $4 million. I actually do not notice it's gone. I can never find it again. It's really difficult, you know, because it's just lines missing. I'm not gonna count my lines. There's so.
It's nuts to think about. It's absolutely nuts to think about. Like, hang on, billionaires. What is the thing? Like somebody illustrated this with sugar. Hang on. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking for. But I remember a video of this sort. Oh man, yeah. Well, how did we get here again? How did we get here again? It was rice? Oh, it was rice! Oh, it was grains of rice, right. Yes, it wasn't grains of sugar, it was grains of rice. Here we go, this is it. Ah, yes, this is excellent. This is an excellent video.
The scale of $1 billion is really crazy. So let's say 1 grain of rice is equivalent to 100K, and 10 grains of rice would be then $1 million. Well, how much is $1 billion? So my Saturday night consisted of counting 10,000 grains of rice, one by one, just to show you guys how much $1 billion is. Of course I filmed it, and of course I time-lapsed it, and this is playing at, I don't even know, God knows how fast it's playing it, but so now I'm proud to present to you the results. That is $1 billion, where each grain of rice is worth 100K.
Why didn't
Hello
he
to
just
my
do it by
favorite
weight?
gay Canadian Fareeha.
Hello, Funkmaster Molly! Thank you so much for the 15 months of 15 years, excuse me, 15 years of support. Thank you so much. Thank you. Rice is too light, just get a good scale. Just get a good scale, dude. That's all you need.
Look how much rice this is, guys. That's crazy.
You could absolutely do that
like,
with weight. That much rice is like around the realms of like 300, 400 pounds.
Lamborghini right here, and I didn't even notice it was gone. Here's a $5 million house in California, and oh look, I still have all this money.
Well, a lot of you guys asked me, well, how much does Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos have in terms of rice? So that was my mission, and I went to Costco. I got the rice, I brought it home, and once I brought it home, I went to work. I also want to say that I have 5 families that are going to take this unused rice, so it's totally not wasteful. Okay, so the moment you've been waiting for, 100K, 1 million, 1 billion. Jeff Bezos has 122 of these, or 58 pounds of rice. If each grain of rice was 100K. Like, look how big this is, guys. I'm gonna show you the scale here. I'm gonna put a keyboard in just for fun. Look how deep that goes. That's insane. This is Jeff Bezos' new house. It's $145 million in LA. And then, oh my God.
That's nuts. That's nuts. A keyboard. Everybody knows how big a keyboard is, of course. You know, I don't think there's an interesting point to be made with a lot of billionaires. Wealth is just a number. As long as they don't spend it, it doesn't represent a good or service being consumed. That is true. That is true. But it's just sitting there. That money's power, and that power could be set to used to set so much change in motion. You know? Jeff Bezos could literally end world hunger for fun. He could. Why hasn't he spent all that money on space travel? I want to walk on Mars. Well, you gotta avoid the lizard Nazi people on Mars. Gotta be careful. Imagine his will. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Bill Gates got the right idea, throwing money at hunger and diseases. Bill Gates is pretty cool. Bill Gates does it better. For sure. My dad says if you earn the money, then no one has the right to have that money, only you. All right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Jeff Bezos did not earn all of that money by himself. He has tens of thousands of workers who have put in the work of actually earning that money. And yet he takes most of the credit. He takes a vast majority of the credit. They get paid. I'm not having this conversation anymore. I'm not having this conversation anymore. I'm good, y'all. I'm good. We're not doing this again. Just fuck Trump. Fuck Trump. I'm good. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna play games. We're good. We're good. They get paid, not enough. All right? I don't know how much I need to, how many times I need to say this, but just very, very, very good example, very clean example, okay? Walmart, for instance. Do you know how many Walmart workers are on food stamps? They're working the same 40 to 60 hour weeks that so many other people are working. Okay? They're doing hard work, manual labor, dealing with customers that won't give them the light of day. All right? They have a hard time. They have a hard job. Of course, it's not hyper-skilled work, but it's still a hard job nonetheless. It's a respectable job. However, these people are still on food stamps. Food stamps, struggling to feed themselves and pay their rent and keep their family afloat. And it's not because of their own laziness. It's not because of their complacency. It's not because they didn't do better in school. It's because Walmart, okay? Walmart is paying them below the poverty line. Below the poverty line. And in order to fix that, in order to bring their workers above the poverty line so they at least don't have to rely on government aid to have 3 meals a day, all Walmart has to do is raise their prices by a single cent or relinquish a single cent from all of their profits to their workers. That's all they have to do. 1 cent. Something costs like, okay, a set of, I don't know, a set of salad sets or salad kits costs $10. $9.99. That's it. $9.99 to $10. That's all it would take to make that difference. It's not even easy to get food stamps. Yeah. The government makes you jump over hoops and hurdles to try to get assistance. I know that that's the case for applying for food stamps. I know that's the case for applying for unemployment. That's the case for also applying for disability benefits. It's the case for war veterans who come back home after they're done serving, and they're left with trauma, they're left with injuries, they're left with so much that they are struggling to recover with. They come back and they don't get any support for it. All of that support is kept behind tons of just awfully unreachable just like phone lines and things like that. Domestic violence protections too. Yeah, exactly. Almost all Walmart employees are. I work with a lot of them to try to improve their health. I've also become educated in food stamps and utility rent assistance because they need to eat before they can buy their medicine. Yeah. The Walton family, except Sam, is not doing anything to run the business. It's purely passive income. Yep. There will also never be 100% employment rate again, especially with digitization and automation going wild. The leverage workers The leverage workers have against their companies basically doesn't exist because there will always be another person who will do their job for less just to keep themselves fed. It's a vicious cycle, for sure. For sure. I have pics about this post about Instagram's, about billionaires on Instagram. Can I send it to Discord? Of course! Yes, yes, yes! Of course. Of course, go for it. Honestly, it's not even increasing prices, it's just reducing profits. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you show all this evidence to people who don't believe in class differences, who don't believe in how unjust it is that the rich get so many loopholes to just kind of keep their wealth. You show all of this evidence, all of these stories that are just real tales. You show them everything, and they go, well, if you worked for it, you deserve it.
Thank you for being our emotional support, Canadian.
Oh, thank you, Daniel Aaron, for the 16 years. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh. 100% employment rates. I don't know a lot about employment rate stuff. I'm not quite sure. We still have conservatives who think that this is all perfectly okay. Yeah. You know, I don't know how many conservatives realize that if the rich are taxed a little bit more, and when I say the rich, I mean the 0.1% of the rich, okay? I mean like 100 people in the US get taxed more. That trickles down in every single way, even if it doesn't end up in the pockets of middle-class folk, upper-middle-class folk, lower-class folk, folks near the poverty line. Even if it doesn't trickle down directly into their pockets, the entire support system, the entire way the country flows will be so much better. There will be so much support in terms of healthcare, in terms of just improving infrastructure, improving systems, and support safety nets for unemployment and things like that. Yeah, trickle down economics. I'm sure you know so much more about it than I do. Yeah, I don't see why anyone would have a problem with that. They aren't even using that money on anything. Exactly. They think that people having safety fundamentally makes them lazy and unproductive. It's probably wrong, but still. I feel like that's one of the main arguments against things like communism, right? And why a lot of people look at socialism and the like, and they go like, oh, you fucking commies, you just want you just want all of my wealth for yourself. It's like no, you realize that one person sitting at the top of that building literally has more wealth than all of us, than all of us. We have like 5% of the entire wealth of the country. That person sitting at the top of the building has much more. He's not using it. It's going to waste. Why not just even give it back to the government so the government can make our city safer and better and use it towards good, use it towards better education and support. I just, oh my God. There need to be set wage ratios where the highest paid person in a company can't be compensated more and make X times than the lowest paid employee. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. For sure. Or even somewhat of a situation where they can make that money, except at a certain cap of that money, at a certain percentage, or at a certain, like, I don't know, a certain rate has to be going towards charitable donations, has to be going towards supporting the arts, supporting education, supporting hospitals, supporting things like mental health, world issues. I don't know, man. I'm fucking exhausted. I want to end stream right now. I don't know. I'm like, I usually am so eager to talk about these sorts of things, but
what should we do about these inequalities? I want to help but don't really know what to do. Protest doesn't seem to be a very effective way. Do you know any other ways?
Uvid, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. That's very generous of you. Thank you. In terms of, I don't know, protest doesn't do as much in this scenario. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to make powerful change without growing a platform and just getting that power for myself so that I can actually just make my voice heard, or like make signal boost important matters. Yeah. But I think if we think about this situation as a whole, we have to be willing to have conversations about this kind of thing. We have to be willing to not stay silent. We also have to be, I don't know, we also have to be proactive in tackling the people. Yeah, tackle them to the floor. Tackling the people that we don't quite agree with, and just trying to have productive conversations with them. Yeah. I don't really like the encouraging charity thing. I mean, the rich is deciding where the money goes. That is true. That is true. That is true. That is true. Or it just goes to like a government fund that gets distributed amongst all the nonprofits. That gets distributed into grants that can be given to nonprofits towards disease research, right? Imagine if all of the money that is just excessive in those billionaires' pockets can go towards things like curing cancer. Who knows? Who knows where we'd be? If the 1% actually paid any taxes, we wouldn't need to rely on charity. Yeah. I think one of the biggest ways we can move through this and encourage growth and things like that is really just to keep talking about this stuff. But God, like, I can't have streams like this often because holy crap buckets, I am exhausted. I'm not even American. I feel tired for you. I want to go into hibernation on your behalf. Why not have a universal charity where high net worth pay is like 0.5% of all sales into it is directly funded to making homes for homelessness, feeding those in need, and improving education? Yes, that's a very, very good idea, except though, right? Except it's, who's going to decide on where the money goes? Who's going to decide on that? How do you make sure that money doesn't end up in the KKK's hands? One fighter jet costs the same as one hospital, 3 fully funded schools, 100 buses. End of thinking capacity. How much does a fighter jet cost? I'm curious. How much does a fighter jet cost? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. The F... Okay, how much does an F-35 cost? The F-35A unit price, including aircraft and engine, is now $77.9 million in Lot 14. Costs are currently down, PogChamp. Let's see how much. I haven't Googled this in a while. I haven't made myself depressed over this in a while. How much has the US spent on COVID? Okay. $3 trillion. Wow. That's a lot of money. $6 trillion versus in 2019, the United States spent around 718 billion. Okay, actually, not that bad. Wait a second. That's actually not too much. I thought that would be way more. Okay, but still though, that is a scary That 6 trill is wildly misleading. I feel like, it's possible. It is possible. It is possible. Huh. The Washington Post? Huh? I don't even know. I don't even know. I feel like something is screwed. Oh?
In the US, there are many organizations like Wolfpack and others. Check out progressive news like TYT Status Quo, Sanabibo of the Fifth Column, and so on, and ask there. Whatever your main thing, there is probably an organized group around.
I see, I see. Huh. What? How is it 6 trillion? I don't understand. Is there, how much is the US spending on COVID-19? I feel like that's not quite right. Okay, hang on, Data Lab. How's the federal government funding relief efforts for COVID-19? Let's see. Okay. Did break down the steps taken by federal agencies to use the 2.5 trillion and track the status of funds so you can see how much has been spent. All right. Okay. So COVID financial relief. Okay. Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Security Act. Families First Coronavirus Response Act. Okay. Interesting. So not 6 trillion for starters. All right. So 2.6 trillion, not 6. According to the Pentagon, the U.S. has spent 1.7 trillion on the F-35. Oh my lord. That money is supposed to bail out big businesses, Wall Street, and the energy sector. Exactly. Do you see how like the numbers are listed all here, right? 383 billion are listed as phase 3.5, phase 3.5, paycheck protection and healthcare enhancement. I feel like that's for, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Goodness. Jesus. Yeah. All right. Literally just cash for Lockheed's stock shareholders. Man. Wait. No, the F-35 can't fly in storms? I get nothing too? Well, you're Dutch. you're in the Netherlands, Vincent. What do you mean? Zanita, oh man. A $1 trillion plane that can't fly in storms, right? Yeah. All right. Well, this has been thoroughly depressing. Thanks for slinking into the sadness with me. Let's drown our sorrows in kombucha and anime openings, shall we? Killer wars are only fought on nice days. I hear that when they stormed the beaches in Normandy, nothing was storming. Nothing was stormy. They waited. They waited until the sun was out. Yes. Good gosh. Good gosh. All right. Well, how are y'all feeling today? How are y'all feeling today? Because I want to check in with y'all. Tired, bad, bummed. I feel like whenever I want to have a conversation with someone who's like on the opposite side of my own beliefs, I feel like I'm talking to someone who doesn't quite want to hear me out, who doesn't want to give me the light of day, and is just there to kind of troll. And I know that that's not always true. That's not always true. Maybe we can get through to some people, but I don't know. I really don't know. Headache and also climate anxiety. Oh my god, we haven't even talked about the burning planet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We haven't even talked about the fact that there won't be fish in oceans in 2050. We're almost halfway there to 2050. We're almost there. Who needs fish when we have plastic? Exactly! Exactly! The closeness of the election is making me physically ill. And what we just did made it worse. Not your fault, though, Fareeha. I'm ready for weep time. Yeah. The bad faith is so worrying. It's like we're slowly... We're trying to talk to people who have reading and listening comprehension akin to actual boiled potatoes. And I don't mean to use IQ as the basis of an insult for anybody, right? But just like if you just... I'm going to get off of social media for the rest of the week, and I will... Y'all. So this happened earlier on Twitter, right? This happened earlier on Twitter. So I'm just like, hey, my American friends, today's a big scary day. I just hope you treat yourself with love. We'll get through it together. And then this guy's like, can we get more whatever the outcome? Love your neighbors. So many people are hating people on the other side of the aisle over disagreements. Yes, disagreements. Like killing us. Welcome to adulting. And I'm just like, hard to love your neighbor when your neighbor supports the slaughter of black people and supports stripping away the rights of women and gays. Supports the slaughter of black people? Do you really believe that? For real? Something makes me just think you're missing one more K in your name. And then, alright, so if I go into incognito, right, you'll see, because this person has blocked me, because who knows, y'all? Who knows? Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. So, there's like a whole conversation here where Adam's awesome. Adam's like, people have genuinely asked me to believe why I believe Trump is a racist, sexist, homophobe. Like, do they just turn off their brain or ignore the horror that went on? And his last name is Block? No, Adam Block is awesome. Adam is amazing. And then this guy's like, banning people from the forces never happened. He's condemned white supremacy multiple times. And, yeah, okay, let's see. There's like a whole stretch of conversation here, okay? Look at this shit. It's like, never happened? Transgender people aren't allowed to serve anymore. Gosh, you're daft. And this guy's like, that was a tweet. It literally did not happen. Like, seriously, a quick Google search. And then I'm like, well, it literally did happen. And then I linked 2 articles that I read completely that say that it did happen earlier last year. And then he links the same article that I did. And I'm like, yes, it says that it happened. And then he blocked me. He blocked me for bullying him. And then and I'm like, his third grade reading comprehension teacher is just rolling in his sleep right now. Oh my god, it's just... Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like so many hateful people out there are just like that. They see an article that literally says Trump's controversial transgender military policy goes into effect. And then literally goes, well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Did you abuse him with a fact hammer? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I really did. Oh, man. Oh, you are daft, aren't you? Silly. silly Michael. Oh, man. And let's just see. I'm a 17-year-old who trades and holds crypto. Aren't I cool? Yeah. Anywho, Yeah, I'm just gonna stay off of Twitter for the rest of
Scared
this
of the
month.
outcome, especially for my girlfriend and all the people threatened right now. Stay safe and I'll see you on the front lines of the Civil War.
I'll see you there. I'll bring the steel-toed shoes. I'll bring some flannel. I'll bring some bread pudding. Some plaid and some bread pudding to drown our aching souls. Have you seen the map of the United States of Canada? Where we just adopt the two sides of it? It just looks like pants. Maybe. Maybe. I lost a Facebook friend today. She posted one of those "we voted. Can't we get along here?" And I noted, kind of, well, the only ones liking this are the other white cishet women's. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, it sucks. It sucks to lose friends over differences like that. But when it comes to this year, it's so much less of a political standpoint and more of a human rights issue at this point. It's just like, oh my god. I'm not a troll. I spend time considering the flaws of my own thinking. Oh, absolutely. No. You're cool. You're cool, White. You're cool. Best I could come up with is California becoming an autarky and developing a model for the rest of the country. I'm always interested to hear your thoughts. I'm not very well educated in the economics of things, but boy, am I passionate about speaking up about things that I just don't feel are right, you know? It's not a dispute about how government should be prioritizing spending or taxes. Exactly. The impacts are felt just on the streets. In the neighborhoods of people where they should feel safe, where they should feel welcome. I feel like people just don't know how to debate anymore and just resort to arguing. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Biden just took the lead in Michigan. Oh, is that so? Is that so? 20... You know, in maybe a couple months from now, it'll feel trivial, it'll feel silly that we were so worried about the outcome of this, but I don't know. I feel like whatever happens here is going to echo out into several years from now. Several years. So, we took Wisconsin. Wait, they called Wisconsin. Wait a second. He won Wisconsin. Wait a second. Is Michigan all we need? Michigan's all we need. Michigan's all we need. I'm pretty sure Biden has it basically cinched. Nevada needs to get called too. Nevada's looking good, though. Oh, Nevada's close, though. Oh, man. Trump's last hope is Arizona, I think, which is super unlikely. Arizona was like, Arizona looked like a flop. Sorry, not a flop. A flip earlier this morning, but it looks like it's changed. A flop. Hang on. New York Times. Let's take a look at this one. This one isn't loading in for some reason, I wonder. Nice. Reload. All right. Okay, Arizona hasn't been decided or called yet. Okay, I see. It's still up in the air. Still a little bit up in the air, but we shall see. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's pretty much over. Michigan will go soon and PA will cinch once the count finishes. GA actually looks viable since Atlanta is still lagging. Yeah, Atlanta is the big one, right? Atlanta is definitely blue. From what I know, Atlanta was blue. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. All right, I see. What is that extension? I need that in my life. It is... I'm actually not sure. uBlock Origin. How does the voting work in America? Is it pure votes or do total number of states make a difference? I am sure the Americans in this chat could explain much better than I could. Much better than I could. Yeah, but from my understanding, it is based on electoral college, which is actually not majority vote, right? In this system, it doesn't matter that Joe Biden has the lead in vote count. It simply matters that these electoral votes are counted, and the first 270 wins. And in this scenario, there are, I believe, I don't know if US uses the same system of like seats for just like votes in terms of how densely populated different areas are, but every state has these subsections. These subsections are counties, I believe, and everything is counted up from there. I'm not sure how these individual states are counted though. I'm not quite sure. That's the vibe I was getting after seeing this map. Yeah, exactly. It matters much more which states he wins instead of popular vote, right? Because as you can see, Envy looks like a giant state, and if Biden wins this, it's like, oh, he just took a massive part of the map. But it's like, no, it's only 6 electoral votes. Little Michigan over here is 16 because of population density and because of, I think, seats in Senate? Not sure. Not quite sure. The saddest thing is the fact that so many Americans voted for him again after these 4 years. They just look at all the things that he's done in the past 4 years and they don't see crimes. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Because maybe my own view is skewed because of my own like leftist beliefs. So who knows? But if I were to look at all of the police brutality that's been happening, the handling of COVID-19, the multiple World War III scares that we've had this year because of Trump's handling of relations with different countries in the Middle East, I don't know, man. I don't know. Remember at the very start of the year in January, where we thought that Trump was going to launch a frickin' war against Iran or something of the sort? Yeah, remember that? And then how we're like, oh, phew, it didn't happen. Okay, phew. Whew, we're good. We're good. This year started out rough, but it is going to smoothen out. It's going to get better in February. It's going to be much better. We're going to make it through. And then March. And then March happens. Wasn't it North Korea, or did I imagine that? Oh man, the near miss with North Korea. What happened with North Korea? Wait a second. What happened with North Korea? What? And it was before that. Oh shit. Really now? Normally the right brags about the being by the law type of guys. Yeah, there have been reports about Trump receiving unaccounted for money from different sources in China and North Korea. Okay, and we're talking by money, I mean like $17 million into an offshore bank account that he stayed completely silent about. And it's like things like that. And it's like, I don't think I've seen a president be investigated by the FBI so intently and thoroughly. And I don't know, dude. I don't know. Shit was terrifying. Go into a war with Iran without Russia and China getting involved. Exactly. The same thing that all rich people do. That's why he's not going to get arrested right after he leaves office. I saw a tweet earlier that said this wasn't a presidential election. This was just a survey on how much this country loves racism and how many white people check the box for very satisfied. God, oh my God, I just kicked my computer. Oof. I assume PA gets lost because of lawsuits, but hopefully it won't matter. I really hope so too. I'm holding on to hope. I'm holding on to hope here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, North Carolina is so close. That is so incredibly tight. Damn. Georgia too. Pennsylvania, not so much. Alaska, not so much. Oh, goodness. Did you I don't know if it was complete satire. Did y'all see the new holiday that Trump declared of declaring, I think it was November the 1st, the day of remembering civilians killed by illegal aliens day. So he basically I don't know. Was that maybe satire? Has a ring to it? Illegal aliens. As in just like undocumented immigrants. Yeah. Wasn't that the wait, he did that. Did he do that? Am I going crazy? There's an official page in the White House blog about it. No, illegal aliens as in undocumented immigrants. Yeah. Yeah, on Dia de los Muertos. Let's see. On November the 1st. Let's go. New holiday, Trump. Oh my god. Yep. Here we go. 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 Yep. All right. So. Nope, that was not it. This was... Yes, okay. The proclamation headlined The National Day of Remembrance for Americans Killed by Illegal Aliens 2020. And he said it on Dia de los Muertos. He said it on one of the most culturally significant holidays. One of the most significant days for the Hispanic community. And do you want to look at it? Do you want to... I wonder how people can see this stuff, and I wonder how they can be okay with it. I wonder how they don't see this as just like an absolute affront. Okay, here we go. On the White House, whitehouse.gov. Okay, on this National Day of Remembrance, we pause to honor the memory of every American life so egregiously taken from us by criminal illegal aliens. As sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, and as American citizens, these precious lives are an irreplaceable piece of our national community. We solemnly stand for their families, our angel families, who have endured what no American family should ever have to suffer. Today, we recommit to ensuring that those responsible for these tragedies face justice, while taking every action to prevent these horrific acts from occurring in our nation. And then look at this. As president, I have no higher duty than to ensure the safety and security of all Americans. Well, you did that real well for the 200,000 people that are die because of you. Accordingly, I will never rest until our border is fully secure and our communities are safe. The laws of our country, including immigration laws, must be respected and followed so that every American citizen may have a bright and prosperous future. I proudly support dedicated immigration and customs enforcement ICE officers, customs and border protection officers. Fuck ICE. Fuck the CBPO, dude. Okay. For years, our politicians and leaders have met the pain and plight of angel families with silence and indifference. Under my watch, the voices of our angel families no longer fall on deaf ears. Americans who are killed by illegal aliens are no longer forgotten. We are ensuring that they have not died in vain. Oh my goodness. This program, okay, it's because of these brave families who have suffered unimaginable loss that my administration has created a new office in the Department of Homeland Security called Victims of Immigration Crime Engagement. Voice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, Peculiar Donut. I hope you have a better rest of your day. Just like, God. Accordingly, we have devoted time and resources to constructing a strong border wall and ending the disastrous immigration policies of previous administrations. 400 miles of wall have already been built, and we are on pace to complete another 500 miles by early next year. This is so fucking sickening. How can people look at this man and go, he is not racist? What year is this? This was 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. This was 2 days ago. We have ended the terrible practice of a catch and release, deployed approximately 4,000 National Guard personnel to the southern border. Okay. All right. Yeah, therefore, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of Anxiety, yes, the United States of Anxiety, do hereby proclaim November 1st, 2020 as a National Day of Remembrance for Americans killed by illegal aliens. On Dia de los Muertos. What a fucking jackass. Yeah. An insult to my culture. Yeah. This man deserves to be in prison. Like, and the fact that this got buried under so much other news, right? So much other bull crap news just goes to show just how much this man has done wrong. This man is a cancer. He is a pox. He is a rat plague in the 13th century. I'm still amazed that his political career didn't end immediately after he mocked a disabled reporter. Well, everybody that got offended by it was they were just snowflakes, right? They're just too sensitive, right? If only the world were right, man. Yeah. I responded to his call. I felt bad for those folks, and then I moved back to yeah. Truly. See, many victims of violent crimes in immigrant communities are immigrants themselves, and many of the crimes in those communities go unreported for fear of being deported. Exactly, yeah. These are not the people whom Trump is engaging with this proclamation. No, this is another callous political stunt to appeal to his base of God-fearing white people. As the country heads into its final stretch of the election, it's increasingly obvious that not only will Trump not change, he is incapable of it, and the administration has only one note left to play. Fear. How did Trump have the time to make a national holiday during the middle of a campaign? He amidst tensions with like North Korea and Iran, didn't he like go on like a 2-week golfing trip? Didn't he do that? Or am I misremembering? It was during something else. He knows where his votes are and are coming from, and gets into leaning those beliefs. Yeah. When did he not go on a golfing trip? True. Yeah, true. I don't think he's doing any work other people are right now. I don't think this man has touched work in decades of his life, and it shows. As a God-fearing white person, I sincerely don't understand how Christians support this waste of carbon. It goes against everything that Christianity is about, isn't it, clusterfucks? Like, I went through so many. I was in just Sunday school for so many years, and I didn't learn about this. I didn't learn about shafting away people in need and I don't know, cutting people off from the very country that they helped build. Like, I don't know, man. There's so much information, misinformation. We're in a post-truth world. We literally had someone come in and link me a article, link me an article saying how, you know, tens of thousands of doctors are denouncing COVID-19 as an issue, okay? And then we go to the rest of the website and we find articles about space Nazi lizards on Mars. It's comedic. It's comedic if it weren't so darn vital to just so many communities and so many people's livelihoods. The typical Christian take is that Trump is bad, but the Dems are worse. Unfortunately, that's reflected in the vote. Why does the Christian vote think that the Dems are worse in this scenario? Yeah, the Nazi space dragons. Yes. Dracos. They're lizards. Not quite dragons. Oh, man. QAnon is also gaining followers. I'm seriously worried. Isn't QAnon another white supremacy group? Is that what that's all about? The belief that abortion and homosexuality is a sin, TBH. I see. I see. It's a big conspiracy theory that's kind of going rogue. The Nazi regime never got into space. NASA did hire them later, but not in Germany, without the FBI checking them. Even the frickin' Pope said gay rights. Even the Pope, okay? Even the Pope blessed a stripper's pet parrot. The Pope knows love. The Pope knows love and acceptance and an open heart. He's one of the Zoomers. One of the Zoomers! Yes! Yes. I think this calls for a Wolfenstein playthrough. Hitler's scene on Mars is the perfect example of Schadenfreude. Wait a second. That's an actual thing in a game? If you look at the tweets about that, there's tons of people calling the Pope not a real Christian. He's the Pope! He's the Pope. The Pope is just woke. And they just can't handle that the Pope, who is woke, is just totally dope. Man. People are calling the Pope a... Oh, wow. I see. And didn't make Obama make gay rights and gay marriage a thing? Yeah, he legalized it. What happened since then? Why is it an issue? Well, Trump and his administration is trying to take that down and trying to reverse it. Or even worse, regress it even more than it already was before. Would you ever consider playing Doom Eternal? I do have it. Maybe someday. I don't know why I have it, but I do. People care much more about who they view as on their side or like them than concrete policy results. There's also like a weird kind of herd anonymity. I don't know. There's like a weird herd mentality, and then that also blends into the anonymity that people feel like they have on the internet, right? Because on the internet, all you see are names, right? You're hidden behind that veil. There's no threat of just like physical danger. There's no threat of physical confrontation with anybody. There's no saying mean things to someone's face. Yeah? Yeah. And so if you look at all of that, there have been studies in these game shows that people have carried out wherein hundreds of audience members have masks on, okay? And in this live audience, they all have remote controls that they use to vote for different scenarios. And on the screen before them is a live broadcast of, I believe it was an actor and several other stage actors around him creating a scenario. And the audience throughout this entire night, throughout this entire game, has the option to either subject this man to awful things or to subject him to great things, right? So they can either make it so that this man wins the lottery or, you know, gets to meet a really wonderful person, a new friend, maybe a new date, perhaps. Or they can make it so that he gets accused of molestation. He can get told that he is getting arrested. He can have a slew of absolutely awful things happen to him. And the sinister thing about that experiment was time after time after time after time, the audience picked the worst option, the worst possible option. So as they watch this poor man suffer through all of these awful situations, having drinks spilled on him, having people just accuse him of things that he didn't do, having him get arrested, having him get beat down, it slowly unfolds, and people realize that their anonymity is making them wish for really, really sick things. And that's a really harrowing thought. That's a really harrowing thought. And I can only imagine how that might reflect in bigger scales of where it's people voting on the country's future. Yeah. I solved my anxiety. I'm just pretending all day that Joe won. You know what? I'm gonna go do the same. I'm gonna go do the same thing. I'm gonna be right back. We're gonna start on our anime thing. I'm gonna just restart the stream real fast. All right. I think this VOD, I want to delete it. Should I delete it? I feel like this VOD has made a lot of people feel bad because it's just been me and all of us yelling into the void about the injustices of the world. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Don't do it. No, it's good. It's good. Where did you see this or read this, Fareeha? There's a game show. Hang on. Game show of anonymous voting. It was like a British game show of sorts. I don't know. I think it was unanimous or something of the sort. I don't know. I'm actually unsure. No, not quite. No, I don't remember what it was called. The news website stuff was pretty funny. It truly, truly. I feel like it helped everyone cope. Nothing YouTube worthy in this. I don't know. It's not bad, just cathartic. I hope that this has served to make some people feel better. If it did that, then I feel like I've done my job, at least. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right, Bionics. You're right. Honestly felt comforted through these tough times. I want you all to know that no matter what happens, Biden will win. Biden will win. But no matter what happens, even if this country, right, even if the US and surrounding countries devolve into hostile areas where, you know, your identity is not welcome, your identity is not allowed, know that you are loved, know that you are worthy of love, and know that that love will come. Even if it feels like the world is on fucking fire, and it feels like people hate you for literally the way you were born, you're worthy of love. That's all. Even with the Biden win, I'm super depressed. Me too, right there with you. This year is just the big sad. It's the big sad. Absolutely. New Zealand is accepting immigrants too. Oh, yes. Yes. In 4 years, maybe in 4 years, AOC will be president. Maybe in 4 years. We can only hope. We can only hope. Oh, man. Maybe in 4 years, I can apply for my O1 visa. It can be incredible. Come over, hang out with people, have a great time. It's great. God, I love AOC too. Oh, yes. How old is AOC? I think she's late 30s, 37 or 40 something. Obama was 40 something when he was instated, right? She's 29? She's 29? What? AOC's not 29. She's not 29. Wait, what? No way. No. 31. Okay. Better. Better. He's like, oh my God, 39. 29. Oh my goodness. You have to be 35 to run for president? I see. You have to be aged like a medium cheddar. Understood. She is very young. Oh gosh. What an amazing person. An amazing woman. Wow. Oh. Wait, have to be 35 to take the office so a 34-year-old can run? Oh, she can run then. Wait a second. Okay. I see. Okay. All right. Of course she can run, she has legs. Okay. All right. I am going to go and eat a small lunch. I will be right back with the anime stream. Yes, we're going to guess some anime openings. We're going to have an amazing time, and we're going to play some Genshin, try it out just a little bit. I will be right back. Thank y'all for talking with me through some important issues. Thank you for discovering the, I guess, the existence of Nazi lizard folk on a Mars secret space station. That was honestly the highlight of my morning. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Love yourselves. I will be right back. Get off my space station. The Draco reptilians, yes. All right. Bye, everybody. Be right back.